Okay. For the third time.
Third time's a charm.
Hold on, I have to
Storm
go pee.
wolves. Wait, you? Okay. That's it. I'm out. All right. Storm wolves.
Wait, is that a police siren?
Where we left off, it was the 6th of mid-year. You have arrived in the city of Karst. You've met with Bran Giosh, the patron and clan leader, clan head of Clan Giosh, which is Alvarin's clan. He explained that the letter he sent to you was with regards to Katerina, his daughter, Alvarin's wife, that she has gone missing from the settlement of Niven on the northwestern coast of Kjolar. Contact has been lost with the settlement, for several weeks, about a month, and there are a lot of concerns on what is happening. A letter of introduction has been sent to the MMS Kraken, the merchant marine vessel who is going to be patrolling those waters, looking for pirates. The Kraken is under the command of Captain Randolph. While their mission is not the same as yours, you have bartered, well, not bartered, so much as Bran told the merchant marines that they need to take you with them, and then hopefully you will find your way to Kjolar and investigate what has occurred there. But currently, you find yourselves in the city of Karst. One of you in particular is wrestling quite a bit with the state of the city that you find. A city that is immaculately organized, well laid out, well planned, full of industry and productivity inside the walls. Outside the walls is this horrific slum shanty town of lean-tos and refuse-filled gutters, smudged streets, children running around with basically wearing sacks for clothing, no shoes. These are the clanless. Some of them, for one reason or another, have been exiled from their clan. Many of them were just born clanless. We pick up on the evening of the 6th. Almost everyone excluding Aux, is currently in the Safe Harbor Tavern and Inn, planning on enjoying some nice drinks. Aux has opted to spend the night in the outer districts, watching over a gnome who is sick and near death. So, let's go to Alvyn and Janus and Elyswen in the warm, cozy, pleasantly loud interior of the Safe Harbor. There's drinks, there's a roaring fire, the smell of cooked meats and brews and fresh bread, the sound of people talking loudly and laughing. There are games of, looks like dice games that are being played, and everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. The atmosphere is bright, cheerful.
Anybody know where Aux is?
Not a bloody clue.
I haven't seen her for a while.
That might be a problem.
It might be.
It is Aux.
I mean, well, given her current state, do you know how much, Janus, do you know how much time she has before she will need
A couple days.
Okay.
I think it was the 9th or the 10th when we agreed she would get another dose. So we
When
got
you-
a few days.
Is that when you agreed she'd get another dose, or when she'd need another dose?
She needed another dose the day before, I think. She was going to go like 1 day without.
That could get ugly.
Right, I forgot that we decided that. But that she gets it at the end of that day. She gets it at the end
Yes.
of the day, is what it was.
It's at the end of the day.
She's so yeah. Just to see what happens.
As long as we find her before the 8th, then.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got a few days. She has a room here, so she should turn up sometime.
One would hope. Did she pay for it tonight?
Did Ox pay for our room this night?
I believe it is paid for.
Didn't
Okay.
Didn't the tavern keep turning her down and just tell her to pay when, like, it was when she knew she was doing? Like, I remember Ox offering someone coin and them turning it down. And saying,
I
like,
was trying to barter the price of the room down. Is that whole fiasco?
Oh, okay.
She didn't
Yeah.
pay for Janus in her room because they shared the same room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and get my own room for the night.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'm staying another night. Can I get a room, please?
Oh, of course. Of course. Do you have any preferences? I assume you're wanting a human-sized room.
Yes, please.
Okay. That would be 1 gold per night.
Okay, I can hand over the gold.
And
Right.
Klaus Riven, the proprietor of the Safe Harbor Tavern and Inn, hands over a key for you.
Thank you.
Of course. Let me know if you need anything else.
Will do. I go back to the table, 1 gold pour.
I mean, it may not be like luxury rooms, but it's a human-sized room in a almost entirely gnomish city.
I don't like it. I don't like that she's not here. Ox has a talent for getting herself into trouble, and without someone to temper that, I'm afraid we might. Well, I'd shudder to think what we could find. One way or the other.
How would you even begin to look for her, though?
I mean, the easiest way would probably be to say that one of us is Betonia. Just start spreading rumors, and she'd be here in a moment or two. But it's a little bit bold and not entirely honest.
We also don't want her, like, straight out attacking someone in the street, accusing them of being someone they aren't, and then maybe killing them.
That's why I don't think it's a good idea, but I'm trying to think what else we could do. I mean, could I roll a sense motive check to see where I think Ox might be? Is that a thing I could...
Yeah, you can, essentially you just be trying to think, if I were Ox, where would I be? From,
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll sense motive
Yeah,
to
13.
see how well you could predict Ox's.
Movements.
Seems not spectacular, but it's...
13. Elyswen, there's one thing you know about Ox is she likes fighting. And you think, based on your history that you have with her, as much as you have with her, You would bet she's probably looking for a fight.
Huh. Alvyn, is there anywhere around here that someone could go to fight?
You think she's fighting someone?
I mean, everything I know about her says that she is.
She hasn't really been needing a nightly fight for a while, though. Isn't that the whole reason that we're dealing with the current issue?
Yes, but I mean, old habits die hard, and
I'd say drug addiction is pretty hard as far as that goes.
it's a thought. I mean,
Can I roll a sense motive on Ox?
Sure.
All right, rolling my -1 modifier sense motive check. Nat 20, baby.
Really? Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Oh my gosh. That's the one nat 20 you're gonna get. I
19.
hope you're okay with that. Alvyn, Ox has not been herself. Or at least not the Ox that you first met lately. And it seemed like the last conversation you had with her, her thoughts and her feelings were really fixated upon the plight of the clanless. She seemed determined to try to do something to help. You don't know what that might look like, but you would guess that that might be what is keeping her away. Like what she is doing right now has something to do with that.
One of the best places to look for her might be wherever the hell you two went in the outer districts earlier. She seemed pretty genuinely upset about that.
probably be worth checking out. I could take you there. I mean, I did tell her that we would be there today.
You told her that who would be there?
Myself. And
Oh, okay.
I would meet her there.
I'm not sure I really want to accompany you out there.
It's understandable, not a problem. Janus, would you like to come with me?
I'll come with, though I can't promise anything.
Uh-oh. Jake,
What's
we
that
better
supposed to
find
mean?
her.
I don't know what she's up to.
None
And
of us
after the
do.
I was had earlier about Clanless, I really don't know what she's up to.
It's probably better to get it put to a stop before something bad happens.
Probably a good idea.
Jake, out of character, we better find her freaking fast, because if not, it's you and me.
Oh
I'll-
no.
Nobody is.
Oh
I'll accompany you guys to the edge of the walls, but
no. Okay.
if you need me, you can holler. But
Minimize the dynamic duo as much as possible.
Wow.
Mitigate. We need a strong filter.
Jess, check your messages.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Okay.
Okay, it's settled then. I don't think we'll be needing Alvyn until. It didn't seem like much of a threatening place, to be honest. I've been in worse, I
I
guess.
don't think it's very threatening. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
kind of depends on where there you go.
I thought that might be the case. Everywhere wasn't too terrible, but I could see. Well, any place that holds that much desperation.
Aye.
Cool. And you can text me that way. I see it right away, because Discord.
Shouldn't you be getting it on your phone? Don't you have Discord on your phone?
If I have Discord open, I'll get it. But I'm trying. I can do it either way. Which would you
I get
prefer,
Discord
DM?
notifications even if there's no, even if I don't have it open.
I didn't get a notification, so.
Okay.
So which would you prefer?
I would prefer if I could do it through Discord, just because it's easier for me to navigate around instead of switching to my phone and back to the computer.
I'll change the settings to be like a vibrate or something.
Okay. So Elyswen and Janus are leaving the safe harbor.
I am as well. I'm just
okay.
accompanying them to the wall. I'm
Got
staying inside the walls.
Okay. Okay, so you move as a group. You move through the darkened streets of Karst. It's well lit in this area. There are still some stores, some shop fronts that are open. You see gnomes still hurrying about, going about whatever tasks they're doing. Far less than during the day. As you approach the city wall, Alvyn just kind of hangs back as you two step through the gateway, drawing some odd glances from the guards that are there, but they don't stop you. You step into an entirely different world. Elyswen, you're prepared for it. You've seen it already. It still hits, like, the stark contrast is still there, but you at least expect it. Janus, you step out of what seems like one of the most industrious, productive, well-oiled machine type city that you've seen so far into abject poverty. The buildings, if they could be called that, seem to be have constructed out of scrap wood, salvaged. There are, like, the larger buildings that just have holes that are just not fully filled in, that you could, like, that a gnome could probably climb through if they wanted to. They'd probably risk getting a lot of splinters. The street is just is basically just dirt. On the side of the street, there's just gutters that are just filled with refuse. The people, the gnomes here, instead of moving with that air of energy and purpose and have somewhere to be, people to meet, things to do, these gnomes shuffle. They move slowly, without purpose. They just kind of, if they're moving at all, a lot of them are just kind of sitting on, not porches, but at least in front of their shelters, their homes. You do see one very wizened old female gnome sitting in this roughly made chair, just kind of sitting there, like essentially eyes closed. Looks like she's just napping there.
Do you know where Ox might be in all this?
I have a couple of guesses. First, do I see that gnome that was leading us around before?
No.
Well, okay. Second question, do I remember how to get to that one house?
Survival check.
Okay, I'm not great at that. That's one of the two skills that I don't have as a class skill.
What do you roll?
Yeah, you know, Elyswen,
What'd you roll?
it's last time you were here, you were so caught up in the taking all in of what was around you and the implications and all of just kind of like you just didn't pay attention to where you were being led to. So you fully have no idea how to get to where you're trying to go.
Well, that's not great.
That's that's what a 5 nets you.
Janus, we might be in some trouble.
I'm gonna see if I can talk to some gnomes and see if they've seen another human like us around, or elven woman
Okay.
come through here. Let's ask around.
The closest person looks like that wizened old gnomish woman.
And walk over and just, excuse me, ma'am.
Just one moment. And she agonizingly slowly gets out of her chair, and then she kind of, just wait right there, shuffles back into her little shelter. You hear some things moving around, and then shuffles back out with this battered, beaten box that looks like it should have fallen apart already. And then she sits down. I have some wonderful gems here. Oh, they're rough. They still need cutting, but there's good value here. And she opens up the box lid. Can you make an appraise check for me?
And a praise check. I don't think I have the best praise.
The least used skill in all of Pathfinder.
I pride myself on making you guys use all of your skills.
Except maybe fly.
Fly.
Yeah, fly.
Fly.
That's fly. Ride. Ride is
Ride.
used very
Ride.
similar
What's
to.
the praise?
Escape artist. Like, how often do
21.
you use that?
A 21. Okay. She opens up this battered box, and inside you see essentially rough chunks of colored glass. It's obviously not gems. Painfully obviously not gems.
I'm gonna just look it over. Well, would you be interested in a bit of a trade?
Oh, well, that depends.
Suddenly very nervous.
I'm looking through my inventory.
Oh no.
I'll see your fake gems for raise you 15 pounds of jerky.
Slightly stale.
Alright, so how about this? You're how big is this box of gems?
The box itself is only about this big. And these gems range from about the size of like something that would be like, if it was an actual gem, would be something on the order of like thousands and thousands of gold pieces, even as a rough gem not cut, down to like the kind of like 1 carat size, I guess you would say. And there looks like it's primarily greens. There's a couple of blues, there's some clear ones, and there's like 2 or 3 red ones. How
about this? Bit of a trade. I'm looking for a friend that's in town, an Alvyn woman. If I were to trade you, for any information you might have, or people who we could talk to see if we could find her, your box of gems, the whole box. I'll take the whole box for that. And I pull out one of my glowing blue crystals.
Janus.
And I show it to her.
Oh my gosh.
There's like, she's like abject, like just stunned. Well, we could make a trade, but there's an elven woman right next to you. She's right there.
Not this one.
Here,
do
I might be able to help.
Okay.
Feels like she's cheating her.
Do you remember me?
You came in, was it today or yesterday? Well, the day before that. You were here with someone else.
Yes.
You put on some kind of fireworks for the children.
Correct.
Are you looking for the other person that was with you?
Exactly what I'm looking for.
Oh, well, there's only one outsider in the outer districts right now.
Do you know where they are?
Adney, and she's like calling out to like this like group of gnomish children that are just kind of playing in a puddle nearby, and one of them, a little gnomish girl with this like shock of bright yellow hair. Come over here, and she kind of like does like kind of skips over and show these nice people. I want you to show these nice people where to find what name? Wow, just totally.
Of the gnomes over there.
Yeah.
I don't know if we got that.
I want you to show these in a moment. Show these people where to find the outlander that's sleeping and well, staying in the outer districts. And she just kind of nods. Now back to our deal.
Yes,
You
about that
want
deal. Could I
one
have
glowing
one moment?
crystal for my box of genuine gems from the Spine Hills.
Yes.
Janus?
I know it is. You have a very fine eye for these. Which is why I think this is an equal trade, because this is all the way. What's the country we just came from?
You guys came from Illyria.
Wow.
This gem is from an old ruin in Illyria. It's got a bit of magic to it, which helps it glow.
Does that roll to know if she knows where Illyria is?
No, that roll is a sense motive to see if she thinks he's lying.
We're trying to blow her up with an evil magic crystal.
Give it here. Let me see it.
Pass it over.
She's like looking at it. Oh.
Now, whether you can use it for crafting, or if you know somebody who could use it and sell it, I think it'd fetch you a fairly pretty penny.
Janus?
Oh, I don't know.
It's up to you.
I'd have a lot of difficulty selling this. No one here is going to buy it. And, well, no one in there is going to buy it from me.
Well, how about this? Let's just call it 15 gold then. If you're worried about selling it, then 15 gold.
Yes, I think that should do nicely, actually. She hands you back the gem.
Put back the gem and hand her 15 gold for the
Says
box.
the guy who was so sad about losing 1 gold for paying for a room for the
Oh,
night.
well, it's a pleasure doing business with you. Please come back again in a while. I should have more, hopefully.
Thank you.
I have my son and his family work in the mines occasionally. They find me goodies. And she just hands you the box.
Yep,
Like,
I
you can
take
have it.
Mhm. I take the
Okay.
box.
All right. Yeah. Okay. That is fully more money that you just gave to this gnome than probably the collective goods of almost all the gnomes in all the clanless gnomes. That's a lot of money that you just gave her.
I know,
You
it's a
just
lot of money
totally-
to her, but not a whole lot of money to me. So,
No, you just totally God's planned this poor lady. Can I suggest next time that we don't barter with explosive gems?
She's
fine, she
leaving.
doesn't have to get crystal parts.
I mean, if you
Doesn't
broke it,
do Yeah, we
that
don't
would-
know. She threw that
It
thing
would
around.
kill her.
if she,
It would
100%, she would fully be killed by that thing. She is not. She's an NPC gnome who is old. She has literally
say
no
no
hit
more.
points.
That's probably a good idea.
She would trip and
She's just begging to be
She's
spared
like,
by anything
she's
like
one
this.
help, I've fallen and I can't get up away from being dead.
She's like Pegley.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
boy-
If Pegley were an impoverished, old, gnomish woman with no magical aptitude whatsoever, yes.
Like his magical aptitude saved him.
Well, boy, howdy, do we have a Life Alert commercial for her?
Well, that's not all. I have a product just for you.
Oh, man.
So yes, I stow my box of colored glass. My
Okay.
gem.
Add to your inventory 1 box of colored glass of various sizes.
I put in colored gems.
Yes.
Could come in handy. Who knows?
With your
could borrow
appraisal
it.
check, the actual value of what you got is probably on the order of like a couple of copper pieces, and that's most of it coming from the box.
Box. Yeah.
With that, Odney, show these wonderful people where to find the Outlander.
See, now we're wonderful people.
Look at that. Janus
Well-
got us an upgrade.
One wonderful person.
And then dour
Elyswen
elf
didn't buy any gems when she was here earlier.
All I did was sing.
Cool. So this little gnomish girl is gonna start like skipping through these muddy, filthy streets, no shoes on, a dress that is essentially a burlap sack with some holes cut in it for her arms and head to fit through, and you follow Odney as she moves through the streets. Aren't the right term, maybe pathways is a better word, until eventually you arrive at this it's a lean-to. It's not like a full shelter. There's looks like scavenged wood and scrap just leaning, and then it's just kind of propped up by 2 walls on either side, and it's just kind of the front of it is just covered with like tattered rags essentially that have been kind of woven together to form like a covering. Outside of this lean-to, you see Ox just sitting there.
Ah, there you are.
Oh, Hey, what are you guys doing here?
We're a little bit worried about you, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine. Sorry. I guess I should have. I made a decision and I was already here. This gnome is very sick, and I have a spell that I can cast on him tomorrow, but I wanted to make sure that he actually made it to tomorrow.
Very noble of
Fair
you.
enough.
Yeah, so that's where I'm gonna be tonight. Sorry, we're not gonna have drinks, or at least I'm not gonna have drinks.
It's all right. Do you need anything?
Elyswen, what's your opinion of the state of Karst?
I think it's a horrible mess like anywhere else, but I think they do more to hide their horrible mess than most places, and I don't think they offer much in the way of recompense. But at the same time, it sounds like maybe my meddling isn't doing much more than prolonging suffering. I don't know what the right answer is, but I think what you're doing is a good thing.
I've been thinking a lot.
And
Well, I'm talking with Bran Gioche tomorrow. And I'm gonna talk with him, maybe see if I can enlighten him. I mean, something needs to change around here. And I'm willing to try.
I think that's a noble cause. I don't think that you're wrong for wanting it. I think maybe what Alvyn was trying to convey, and maybe it's hard for him because he's in the middle of it, but I would temper your expectations with what's possible. I mean, be disappointed, be upset that things aren't changing, but maybe don't center your worldview on being able to bring someone around to the cause. Be careful, I guess.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you need any help, let me know. I'll be here tomorrow if you need it.
I would need your help wanting to convince Bran Gioche, but it sounds like you don't want to help.
On that front, I think he knows. I mean, he took Alvyn in at a hard time, and from what I've heard and seen of him and the way Alvyn talks about him, I don't think that he feels differently than you do. I think he just recognizes that in his mind he's powerless to do anything about it. And I don't want to try to force him to be... I don't want to force him to give up what he has if he's already assessed the risks.
Okay.
But if you need my help tomorrow morning, let me know now so I can be here.
No, I think I got it. Thanks.
Okay.
I think it's also a matter of they have a lot of pride, so getting clanless in on it, it's about taking their perspective into it as well, I think.
Would you like to talk to some of them?
I did. There's a lovely I pull out the box. There's a lovely gnomish woman.
Oh,
Selling gems.
you bought her gems?
Yes, I gave her 15 gold, and she seemed very happy. I'm sure that 15 gold is going to go a long way.
Hang on just a second. Hey, she's gonna call into one of the not sick gnomes.
Mm-hmm. Well, the
Or are they not there?
I don't know why I didn't. I had to have written his name down somewhere. But there's the basically the wife of the gnome who's sick is there. She kind of you see the hangings, the covering over the opening for the entrance to the lean-to kind of pushes aside a bit, and you see a gnomish woman kind of peer out.
What's her name? I would have known, I would have asked.
I know, the problem is
X. Enter here.
I know I had flippin' names for him. That's really frustrating.
Gnome 3.
Gnome number 3. Wow. Credits roll.
He's played by some big name actor like Brad Garrett, like medium star.
Wow. It's okay. We don't. It's fine, Zach. I won't. I know her name. I say her name.
Okay.
The name is said. Would you, would you be kind enough as to enlighten us as maybe if you know the consensus of what this clan out here would want from Karst?
I don't know if I'm understanding your question.
If you had the ability to change your life right now, what would you want it changed as?
Well, I'd want. I guess I'd want a home with warmth and food and the means to provide for my family. But as for what I'm wanting from the clans, nothing.
And there's a problem. All that's out here are the clans.
Aye, that's Karst. And I'm not just meaning the city. Gnomes are nothing without their clan. We have our clan, it's out here.
Do you even want your clan to be inside the walls of the city, or at least more comfortable where it is?
I mean, none of the gnomes out here would turn down. Well, not turn down, but wouldn't want their life to be more comfortable. But I'm willing to bet each and every one of them, or at least the majority of them, would rather die than be inside the walls.
What if you had your own land?
Oh, well, we do,
You do.
and it's not much to look at.
I think mainly it's just resources.
Do you have a leader, like an actual clan
No,
representative? Is there a way there could be one? Like, how would you go around asking, like, could that...
We all just watch out for each other.
If you had a
We've
clan
no-
leader, would they...
We've no need for a clan leader. What would we need a clan leader for?
representation?
To who?
A spokesperson. To someone who's gonna listen.
No one listens.
If you had
What
a
if
clan
that
leader,
changed? What if someone did listen?
A fish can wish for wings, but that doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
Oh my goodness.
okay. Say, in a perfect world, in a perfect society, you had the opportunity to be recognized by the clan heads in Karst. Would you even want that? As a group, do you feel that would be... If that was the cost of making things better here, would you pay it?
That's not for me to say. I've got to take care of my husband.
Okay, sorry, thank you.
She's just gonna duck back inside the
Yep.
lean-to.
Kind of what I figured. Auxsonia, I appreciate, and I think these people, in some capacity, appreciate the idea of what you're trying to do, but I'm just not sure that it's possible to find out what they want, even. But if they had an offer, maybe it would be a little bit more enlightening.
Mm-hmm.
I think mainly what they need is work and resources from that work.
Exactly.
You want, and let them be in charge of them. Problem is, it can't come from the clans.
We'll see.
I think the only authority they're going to respect is their own, so I think it needs to be their idea as well. I mean, that doesn't mean someone can't advocate. And it doesn't mean that someone... Here's what I'll say. Sometimes being presented with something, to have something that you could theoretically, hold or consider, makes you realize what you actually want. I mean, I just would be careful not to offend them. But getting them an offer from somebody might galvanize them in a way. It's a thought.
Thank you for your advice.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Nod, and I'm gonna head back to the inn. It's cold.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. You two, Janus and Elyswen, leave Ox where she is, and you make your way back through the paths of the outer districts. Easier to find your way back because you have the landmark of the wall and the gate. So no survival checks needed.
You probably see it at the top of every building too.
You eventually make your way back to the gate, where stepping inside onto the smooth stone pavers that make up this roadway, or the roadways inside the city, you find Alvyn, who's just kind of been sitting there kicking his heels, waiting for you to get back.
Quick, aside, Jake, we finally had an adventure, and we only almost blew up one old lady.
Did not, though. We did not.
Monsters! Wow.
I'd say that's an unqualified success.
That's a dub.
Yes.
That's a dub.
Gonna mark that down as a win.
I'm going to keep a running tally of the times Jordan and I run off together and don't mess anything up.
So now we're like 1 in 13.
You guys are gonna have like on the side of when you get back on the side of the wagons, right? It's like we've been 2 days without an accident, you know.
2 days without accidentally immolating some poor townsperson.
Oh,
Alvyn, you see as Janus and Elyswen step back through the city gate out from the outer districts back into the city proper. Janus seems to be holding a small box.
I see Auxsonia with you. Is that a bad sign?
It's.
I think it's an okay sign.
She is.
What happened?
Well, I mean, you know how obstinate Ox can be. It's a good trait in some instances, and it's a dangerous trait in others. But her heart is in the
Fortunately,
right
she's
place.
stubborn as an ox.
Something like that.
Wow. Didn't
Well
even
played.
intentionally make that for her character. Thank you, Jacob.
Well played.
A pun. I need to get some water, guys. Sorry, I'll be back.
She's
what
pretty
happened?
intent on healing that old gnome. And then
I think she's going to talk to Bran. Well, I know she's going to talk to Bran.
pretty sure nothing's gonna come of it though.
Aye, that's for sure.
The thing I'm worried about, I know she has her. I know that she wants good things for these people, but I know, frankly, the things that she's suggesting aren't completely absurd in that regard. But I'm worried that she might generate more hurt feelings than she will results.
Wanting to help people who are in need is one thing, but showing up to a foreign country and trying to quote-unquote correct their way of life because it's not proper and it's not as enlightened as the tall folk way of life isn't taken too kindly around here.
Well, I mean, if it helps balance the scales any, I don't think our way of life is much better. I can attest.
I mean, we were all in Savaria.
So, yeah. At least Savaria has the semblance of order and civility.
We have it here too. Savaria has its hidey holes. We have ours. Ours just aren't in the walls.
But that's what I'm saying. At least no one is fighting you for every little fork placement and forgotten word in a poem that you've memorized 15 years ago.
Mhm.
Everywhere has its issues.
Exactly.
And I don't necessarily know that outside help is unfounded or necessarily wrong, but I do know that if it is against the will of the people you're trying to help, then there's not much for it.
Well, I think if anyone can bring her around, it's Bran. So,
I mean, I'm equally hopeful and frightened about that. And honestly, a bit reticent.
alright. Well, no point standing here talking about it. Let's get back to somewhere warm.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Perhaps somewhere with alcohol to forget the ills of society.
Definitely somewhere with alcohol.
Okay. You three make your way back through the streets of Karst, back to the Safe Harbor Inn and Tavern, where nothing has changed. It's a jovial atmosphere. It's warm, inviting. There's the smells of food and drink, the sounds of laughter, and people enjoying an evening. There
Alright.
are dice games going on. There are other tavern games that you could play if you wanted to.
Is anybody playing Dungeons and Dragons?
Wow.
Yeah, over in a corner, there's one gnome
Every
wearing this
character.
black cloak covering everything, right? And he's got this like two pieces of wood that have been are held together by strips of leather, and he's facing three other gnomes who are all like digging through bags of these carved pieces of wood with figures scratched onto them. Yeah, totally.
Amazing.
Sorry.
D&D inside D&D.
Continuing this quick aside, did I ever tell you guys about 5espells.com?
Oh, I've heard of it.
So I'm putting the link in chat. Absolutely amazing. Peruse it at your leisure. But one of the opening paragraphs starts, D&D 5e Dungeons as well as Dragons is a preferred fantasy role-playing game.
Yes, you did show me this.
It's very, very poorly auto-translated through the whole thing, so you have Dungeons as well as Dragons, Dragons and also Dungeons.
Dungeons also Dragons was a good one.
Dungeons also Dragons, yeah.
Dungeons also Dragons.
That's what I was
Great.
thinking. Remind me to show you guys the bigger Luke hypothesis.
Yes!
We'll get to that in a minute, though.
We'll get to that after, yeah.
I
Sorry.
do love seeing these poorly auto-translated things.
Mm-hmm.
It cracks me up. Not in
That one's a good one.
oh wow, they're so dumb. It's
No.
wow, auto-translate is
So
really
bad.
clunky.
It's so close.
The Eldritch Blast page is a true gem.
Oh, I'm not gonna go down this rabbit hole right now,
Yeah,
but
no,
I really
sorry.
want to.
No, there's some good stuff in there.
Okay, so is there anything you guys are wanting to do?
I'll play some dice.
Okay,
Yeah,
Alvyn?
why not?
they're playing
I'll join
the
it too.
okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
The dice game of choice in many taverns, not just in Karst, but across the world, is called 18 Mules. The object of the game is to score 100 points, and you do so in rounds where you are essentially rolling d6s and trying to get as close to 18 as possible. The
Cool.
context of the game is you are a merchant and you have a wagon full of gold. You have enough ropes to hitch 18 mules onto this wagon, and the idea is to pay as little as possible to get your wagon all the way to your destination. So if you and Alvyn, these are all things that you would be familiar with, so you can explain it. So you'd basically be telling them as you guys are watching gnomes playing this game. You each when you start, when a player starts their turn, they roll 3d6s. The amount that you roll is basically the amount of points you come away with, and you can end at any time. If after your first roll of 3d6s, you want to keep adding mules, you roll 1d6 and keep rolling 1d6s until either you stop or you go over 18. If you go over 18, you lose all your points and it goes to the next person. In a sense, it's a lot like blackjack.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And a little bit like craps.
Yeah. So,
I'm ready.
I'm in.
Let's do it.
and this is definitely a gambling game too.
Mm-hmm.
There is a table. It's usually played with like 4 to 5, no more than 5 people. So you can find another table is like the people that are playing, they kind of sit down and they'll play for a little while. Some people stick and stay at the tables, they'll stay there for a while. But there is people coming and going, and so you guys, as you're watching these games, there's a moment when the space opens up, and there's this one gnome who's just kind of sitting there, enjoying a drink in between games, and you can feel free to sit down.
Sit down with him.
I will do that.
I'll come as well.
Interested in a game?
Yeah, very.
Definitely.
Any wagers?
I've only got
I'm
one
looking around the
gold
group.
coin on me.
Sure, we'll start small, and I'll put a gold down.
Same.
Here we go.
I think I'm gonna sit this one out. Gold's a bit rich for my blood.
Oh, if we can split it, then
All right, here.
I'll go.
I'll swap it out for a silver piece.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
go
silver.
for the bar. I'll go for the barkeep and get 10 silver.
Hey, can I get some chips? Can I get some chips, please? Okay, you drop it down to a silver. He looks you guys up and down. One of you's a gnome, but the other two are outlanders, and what do outlanders know? Sure. I'll take you up on that. And he'll throw a silver into the center of the table as well. So there's 4 silver is the pot.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna roll a d4 to see who's going first. Janus, you're first.
You got it, big boy. High roller.
Okay, and that's just I keep rolling d6s till I call it or I hit over 18.
Yeah, so you start with 3d6. I should also say if you get a perfect 18 with your first roll, like all 6s for your 3d6, you get your 18 points and you get an additional 10 points on top of that.
Oh.
Oops.
Oh
wrong.
no. Yeah, that's the wrong roll.
Yep, I hit the wrong. I increased the wrong value. Well, I'm going to add a few more to that one.
Okay, so you roll them one.
Wow.
Now you go to one at a time.
8, 10, 13. We're gonna be at this a while, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, but it gives you precision. You can just roll all the way up to 18.
I'm gonna go one more.
14.
14. I'm gonna call it there. I'm
Okay.
gonna call it there. 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1.
My gosh.
Such good rolls, you guys. Okay, so Janus has 14 points. Alvyn.
9. 13.
18 or 19. All right.
Okay.
So that's a bust on that. Elyswen.
Here we go. If only I had silent image.
Oh, you're gonna try to cheat
Oh
this
my
gnome out of
God.
4 silver pieces?
Oh my gosh.
Listen, the man only has 10
Oh wow.
Oh, jeez.
or 9. Oh,
Maybe it's the principle of the thing.
It's
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm
we have
agree. We can't lose at this.
party.
This is
supernatural.
so
ones.
easy to cheat. I cannot lose at this. It's a matter of principle. Okay.
Okay, we're up to 10. It balanced out.
14.
14.
Should I try to beat Janus? That's the question. I gotta do it. Ooh, okay.
17.
I'm keeping it there.
Okay, I was gonna
The
say.
gnome seems amused that the two outlanders are playing better than the gnome.
Excuse me.
Oh,
That's not playing better. That is rolling poorly.
Did I do that right? Okay, he gets a 7. And 9. 14. 15. He's gonna stay at 15. Janus.
Crap, I thought I was doing good that first round. 11.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Strong opening.
16.
16.
I'm gonna stop there at 30.
Okay.
Nicely done, sir.
An even 30. Alvyn.
10.
And
11.
Tension ratchets up.
13.
Keep going. Oh my god.
This is where you were at last
This is
time.
where I was at last time.
14. 17. I'm
I gotta
assuming
make
you're
it back.
staying.
I'm staying, yeah.
Okay.
Go for the
Elyswen.
glory. Okay.
Wow, look at you guys.
Oh, 16? I'm staying there. Yeah, no way.
All right. That'll be 33. You've got the lead by 3 points so far.
Let's see if that stays.
Nine, 14, 16. He's going to stay at 16,
Coward.
which puts him at 31. Janus. It's neck and neck. Janus, you've got 30. Elyswen's got 33. The gnome has 31. Alvin's back at 17.
We'll crap
At least he got something on the board.
We'll bust at some point.
Okay, so starting piecemeal again. 8. 12.
Okay.
Oh,
18.
look at this. 18.
18 mules.
Should I go for another one, guys? Should I?
Do it. You should roll it at least 3 more times.
I think I'm gonna take this.
Brilliant.
Okay. So help me if Janus wins this,
Oh
like,
my
by
gosh.
landslide. Alvyn.
12.
Oh,
That was.
I was about
I
to
rolled
say,
the same
oh my
thing.
gosh.
Do you think?
12.
Okay, do you want me to roll a single?
Just roll a single,
Okay.
yeah.
16.
Ooh, 16.
I'll take it.
Keeping?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
You're now even with Elyswen. Go ahead, Elyswen.
10.
Okay. We're at 10. 14. Whoa, this is.
Come on.
Do
I
it.
gotta do it, right?
Chances are. Oh.
Oh. And that's a bust.
Welcome to the back of the pack.
I
Wow.
quit.
Okay.
I throw my dice on the table and then I leave.
Tables turn.
flip the table.
Elyswen.
These bar tables are probably pretty heavy.
Just flip the table and just screams, "Ah, I got too many mules!"
Flip the table and the poor gnome on the other end is trapped.
Oh yeah, you just kill him,
Wow.
like 1d8 bludgeoning damage, and he's an NPC, so he's just dead. Oh, he busted.
Yes.
Take that. Now Janus is the only one that hasn't busted, though.
Yeah, Janus is at 48. Alvyn and Elyswen are both at 33, and the gnome is at 31. Go ahead, Janus.
Okay.
Oh no, we lost Jordan.
Jordan.
He'll be back in a moment.
He had too
think.
many mules.
14 on a
Oh my gosh.
Oh, do I want? I
Oh,
You have
man.
to.
Oh my god! No way! No!
No
way.
freaking way.
Unbelievable, man.
Get you 66.
How?
Wow.
Up to 66. You're
Oh.
2/3 of the way there. Janus is just rolling you guys up. Pun intended.
Oh, my
Oh,
Alvin.
Oh, 16.
I'll take
16.
16. I'll
Safe.
take 16.
Don't roll
Good
that
gains.
one more. No.
Up to 49.
You're
Elyswen.
consistent. You're consistent. Okay.
Yeah, Janus is consistent too.
Ah, crap.
12. No, that's good. That's a good number.
That's a good number to be at.
Yeah.
Oh,
17.
There you
That is a
go.
really good
I'm good at that.
Okay. You have Alvin by 1. 14.
It's the danger number.
He's
This
gotta
is where
go
I'll
for it.
wrong.
He has to try to catch
14,
up. Oh.
17.
It's
Oh
really
my-
all about
Oh my gosh, guys. Like this
Right.
game. Janus is sitting pretty at 66, right? Alvin, 49. Elyswen, 50. Gnome, 48.
Oh crap.
I don't
Oh.
know how you guys are staying so close together.
That's close. Yeah, it's close.
Oh.
Okay, Janus. Oh, strong
Sick.
start.
Okay, let's see it. Where does it go from here?
7.
12.
Wow.
That's a good spot to be. 12's a good number to be at.
That was a very good number.
Not good enough.
12,
Yeah.
15.
Good job. One more.
You
Come
keep
on,
going?
Janus.
There's a
Keep
30%. There's a
50%
50% chance. 16.
You can do it again.
33%.
Don't do it.
No,
Don't
damn
do it. Oh, don't do
Okay,
it.
now
That's it.
I busted.
He was
Busted.
ahead. He was
Oh.
ahead. That's why.
You've
he
left the
couldn't roll.
door open. Alvin. I keep switching between Alvin and Alvin. I need to decide which one
Well,
I'm
he's
using.
you gotta change it, Noah. All you things say Alvin.
Well, it's gonna be Alton pretty soon. 8.
I should probably tell Elvin about that.
10. 13.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
Oh, that's twice that you've got
That's twice I
19.
busted on 13.
Which, yeah, no one would stay at 13. No.
Who stays at
No one
13?
would stay at 13.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a rookie mistake to make. Staying
Ooh,
on 13.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
Here we go.
the unlucky number. The unlucky
Yep,
number.
Oh.
This is what I'm doing.
14.
14.
I'm gonna roll again.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh my.
Oh,
God.
gets the 18. Takes the
18
lead
mules? This is
at
like,
68.
it's gotta be like Yahtzee. You gotta yell 18 mules when you get 18.
Oh!
Oh. Oh.
It's a good number.
This poor dude.
4.
Sweating now.
Come on.
He has to catch up.
Yeah, he's got.
Come on, Zach.
No, you know what? He's gonna take that. It's gonna put him. He's seeing how many times you guys are busting. He's gonna hedge his bets for you guys making more bad decisions. He's gonna take that 14 and put himself solidly at 62.
So the real gamble this guy is taking is on how stupid we are.
That's not a high gamble.
He's gambling on your guys' luck,
I know.
not his own.
Mhm.
Okay.
Not a
All right,
bad
Janus.
Speaking of our luck,
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
crap.
wow.
I'm gonna take that.
Almost,
Oh.
almost the
I'm taking
perfect
that.
thing.
Nicely done,
Yeah.
sir.
Oh.
82.
Oh, it's getting down to the wire.
A big roll.
He needs
Yeah,
an
no, it's-
18 to win.
Okay, Alvin.
8. 14.
14.
Damn.
Oh, bust again.
Oh, Noah.
You've had 3. That is
Those
awful.
sixes.
You
This is
keep
the
rolling
worst.
sixes on that
Sixes.
last
I just
song.
keep rolling 6s on my follow-ups. It's terrible.
Wow, what is that roll?
You think I have to re-roll character
The
sheets all the time?
balance.
Hey, we're basically
the
rolling
way I
attribute
roll-
points right now.
The way that the way that we roll all of our like character stats, where it's like 46 minus 1, like minus lowest die, and then you do that 3 times. The reason that
Yeah.
I've always done it 3 times is because the first time we rolled characters in our first game ever, I rolled the first set, and Calvin looked at my rolls and said, "You need to do that again 2 more times."
You need to do that again 2 more times and then add them all together, and then we'll be good.
Oh, shit.
And then you have an average character.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh wait, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, just one.
Yep.
5
Okay,
plus.
so 5, 9.
9.
11.
11.
Okay, I still.
That's a good place.
Yeah, I'm
Keep
still
going.
way
Come
in the
on,
safe
6.
zone.
Hey,
Oh.
17! Look at that.
Roll it again. No.
That's GM power right there. I called that. I called that.
The power of God.
Which brings you up to 85.
Question: do you have to evenly hit 100, or can you go over?
No, you can go over.
Damn. Okay.
That's
A perfect 18 next round.
Okay. Yeah.
You could work. I was gonna say you could work some sorry in here.
Yep.
Yeah, busted all the way.
Oh, the perfect starting roll, kind of. The second perfect. The best
Ooh.
would be 18.
Yeah.
Oh, he's taking that.
Oh,
Yeah.
He'll happily walk away with a 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Janus, which one of us is it gonna be?
He's at 79.
10, 8, 9, 10.
Ooh,
15.
15.
That's not enough to get.
Okay, so as the score stands right now, Janus, you have 82. Elyswen has 85. So you need an 18. Elyswen only needs a 15.
No.
Alvyn is sadly stuck at 49. He's not going to break the halfway point, maybe.
I'm going to go for it.
And the gnome
I
is at
need
79.
You gotta go for it. Yeah, if you get a 3.
Okay, I need a 2.
16. Oh, bust.
Too many mules.
Okay, Alvyn. You gotta hope that everyone is busting from here on
Mhm.
out.
So 7, 8, 11, 13.
There's 13.
This is the
Come on,
threshold.
5. Oh,
17.
17.
There it is.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
No,
I'll
no,
take
keep
it.
going. Keep
I'll
going.
take it. I'll take
Roll
it.
it good. That's it, right?
13.
You are up to
I think that's it.
66. You broke the
I
halfway
think that's
point.
it. I think I just won, right? 'Cause I
No,
made
you
No,
need
you're-
2 more points.
You're at 96.
You need 15. You need 15 when you're at 85.
15. Okay, I was wrong about that. Okay. Well, here it goes.
Oh.
There it is. There is the 18 to end it out.
Oh.
So good. And there's, I mean, let's just for fun. He has to get, nope. He would have had to have gotten an 18 there to be able to tie you. He's at 79. He was at 79. So he would have needed to have rolled a perfect 18, which would have given him 28 points.
Yep.
Well, you enjoy a nice game. Well, some of you enjoy the game. Back and forth, but Elyswen pulls out the victory, and you are now the proud owner of 4 silver pieces. So I think you have 13 silver pieces in total.
Yeah.
I now have a special hatred for the number 13.
Do you guys want to play again?
I'm good.
I am too.
How about you? What is your name, friend?
Auric.
Alric. Well, Auric, do you want the chance to win back your money plus a little? And I'll pull 2 silver coins out.
I'm thinking that if I lose any more silvers to Outlanders, I'll not hear the end of it back home. So
Mm,
I'll sit out this one, but you enjoy the game.
No, we don't have to play with that much.
How about
One
I pay
would be
your
more
in?
comfortable, or-
What'd you
was
say?
that?
How about I pay your in?
Well, I
I'll pull out
suppose I
4
have no
silvers.
problems with you putting your own money in. Sure, I'll stay around if you're
I'll put
really
in-
wanting me.
I'll put in 4 silvers.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Now I'm taking Alvin's money. Now it's fun.
now we're getting somewhere. That first game was to set the hook. Now it's time to reel in the prize.
We got the whale.
Okay. I'm assuming you ante up, Janus.
I'm anteing up.
All right, let's have one more game here. I don't want to do more than one because I want us to get on it. I want Jessica to be able to do
Yeah.
stuff too.
5
Oh, yeah.
games later.
Five
Right?
games later.
whoa.
This is a really good game, actually. I'm
It
really
is. I
enjoying
like it a
this.
lot.
Fun. This is a lot of
That's
fun. This
cool.
is way more suspenseful.
I'm not gonna
So
lie.
suspenseful.
I have been waiting to use this game for
Like a year?
I think over a year.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I have legit had on my phone in Chrome. I have had a tab open that has this game's description in it for over a year. It's
Wow.
always just sitting there
Jeez.
because I don't want to lose it.
Yeah. So when you mentioned people playing dice, there was a little part in my brain like, if a DM mentions a dice game, they
Yep.
have something in mind.
Mhm.
Yes.
Always.
I'm glad you picked up on that. Okay.
Oh.
Let's round 2. Let's go roll a d4 and see who goes first. Looks like it's Janus again.
Oh my gosh.
Do we want to just keep the same turn order then?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep the same turn order.
Starting with a
10.
10.
Nice, safe.
14.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh my
There it
gosh.
is. First 18.
Janus starting strong. Okay.
Oh.
I'll take it.
14.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
in a place already. Is he playing it safe at the beginning?
Oh, 19. That's...
Who do you think he is?
You started both games. You started last game with a 19 as well.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and 11.
11's not terrible.
Oh.
13. Ooh,
The evil number.
Yep.
Damn.
Keep
Oh,
a-
16.
I'll keep a 16. Yeah, that's fine by me.
When have you ever known Alvin to play something safe, though? Like,
Oh, he got the
Ordinary good
12.
luck.
oh.
Oh, the
14.
14.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's gonna. It's not his money on the line now.
Mm-hmm.
14. He'll stay at 15. All right, Janus.
Okay. 14.
Oh my gosh.
If you do it again,
Could he do
I swear-
it?
Wow.
How? How?
Literally the same way twice.
How? How?
Hold on, did you? Oh, you
I
didn't.
am,
Oh my gosh, that's
I am
so
absolutely
funny.
stunned.
How much
That
did you pay
is-
roll 20?
He's got that. He's got that. Like the upper echelon of membership to it.
Oh, now we're not playing for just a single silver piece. Okay, I'll play.
Oh, we're actually
There you go.
playing for something.
Oh, wait, no, wait.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
rolling
Nice
18.
try.
Nice.
Nice try. So Janus is at 36. Alvin is at 0.
Poor Alvin. Go this whole
Alvin?
Hey,
round.
all it takes is you rolling. Oh, close. I was gonna
Oh.
say if you got an 18, it'd put you to 28.
I'm staying.
Staying at 15. Probably for the best.
I'll actually roll the dice this time since it's so obvious. Oh crap!
All the way to 13. Oh,
Ooh.
I'm on your tail. I'm
wow,
on your
you
tail.
guys. You literally are. You're 2 points shy of him.
Mhm.
God, jeez.
This gnome is thinking like, am I being hustled right now? Oh,
I know.
he's
He's
gonna
not.
keep
He's
that.
not being hustled.
He's gonna keep
Oh my
that.
gosh.
I feel so
Am
bad for you, Noah.
I feel bad for me.
Let me give a quick rundown of the scores. We got Janus in first at 36, Elyswen in second at 34, the gnome in third at 31, and Alvyn at 15. It's not looking good.
No.
Go ahead, Janus.
Okay.
14.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Nice.
hallelujah.
And it all falls apart.
Ah.
This is where he cracks.
Oh.
Okay, Elyswen. He left the door, or Alvyn.
Wait, hey,
He's opened the door. I know. I'm sorry. Oh,
Oh,
come on.
you stay.
I have to take it.
yep.
I have to take
You
it.
always get close on that first roll.
It's
You know what? You're 16 points, sorry, 16. You're 6 points behind Janus now. You doubled your score. Okay, Elyswen.
Okay, I can work with that.
Bust.
3.
Bust,
Be a
bust,
3.
Bust.
Oh,
15.
15.
Oh.
Ah. Got a 50% chance of not busting.
I know. Nah, I'm keeping it.
You
This
gotta
is
get
my
ahead
round.
though.
Yeah, this is my round to
15.
get ahead. I'll get a nice comfortable cushion between me and you guys, and then I can make mistakes.
Yeah, you're up to 49. That's
That's
pretty
what
decent.
I tried last game.
I know.
Thought I had a
That's why
nice
didn't make
cushion.
that mistake. I saw how it went for you.
Oof. What is that roll? 10.
Hey, that's a good.
11.
That's a good place to be because you can't go
16.
16.
over. Yeah.
He's wow, dude. This Auric, is that what I called him? Auric?
Yeah. Auric.
Auric is he's gotten 15, 16, and 16. He's
Yeah,
making
he's-
consistent gains. He's only 2 points behind you, Elyswen.
I know.
All right, Janus. Man, you
Ooh,
like rolling that 12
13.
out of the bat.
Oh,
17, I'll
Oh.
take it.
You see how fast you were clicking? You were like, go, go, go.
There's no time to think.
Careful.
How? Literally
Oh,
how?
Okay, I'm pretty
Literally
sure
how?
that's 3 straight rolls of 15 on your
It
starting
is.
roll.
It is.
15.
I'm
Yeah,
taking
15.
it. I'm
That would
taking
be
it.
some freaking killer character stats.
No kidding.
Three
Can I have
15s?
these as the stats for my backup,
Oh,
please?
hell yeah.
Thanks.
Wow.
Oh, so close.
Oh.
freaking close.
66.
Get closer.
Oh my gosh.
66 fell apart for Janus.
He got the magic 12. Oh, he got the
Oh.
18.
Oh, he's one behind me now.
He is only one behind you. He's 60. So we've got Elyswen at 66, Auric at 65, Janus at 53, and Alvyn at 45. Go ahead, Janus.
Okay.
12 again.
Magic 12.
Ooh, here's the.
15. I need to get up there.
Oh,
Too many mules.
rest in peace. Janus, you've gotten 2 busts, 2 18s, and a 17. It's either all the way or none.
Apparently, yeah.
All right, Alvyn. Here's your chance to slide into third.
Well.
Hey, it's 12.
He might pull.
15.
75, right?
60.
I
I'm
assume
at
you're
60.
keeping that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm keeping that.
All
Is your
right.
score actually
Yeah,
75?
No, his score is literally it's 60. He's gotten 4 15s.
Oh, you got 4 15s. Holy
Yeah.
crap, man.
4 15s and 1 bust. Okay, Elyswen. It's game time. Auric is nipping at your heels.
I know he is. Okay, that's a good place to be.
That's not so good.
Oh,
Okay, I gotta do it, right? Okay, I'm taking
16.
that. 16, yep. It's
Nice.
not bad. Not bad.
Brings you up to 82. Hey, that. Wow. Janus
Wow.
Janus was a 66 and 82 last game, so you've taken Janus' place, I guess.
We'll talk about that.
Maybe that means Alvyn.
11,
Good place to start. Ooh, 15.
15.
Is he gonna go for it? I'm gonna try to goad him into going for it. Can I roll?
Make
Can I
a
roll?
how are you wanting to do it? You diplomacy or
Yeah, I'm gonna use diplomacy.
okay. Go
It'll
ahead.
be over next round. You have to get your chance while you can.
Roll diplomacy.
21.
He's gonna go for it.
I'm gonna feel real bad.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
16. He's staying there.
Yes.
He maintains he's 1 point behind you. So we've got
Yeah.
Elyswen at 82, Auric at 81, Alvyn at 60, Janus at 53. It's your turn, Janus.
Okay, roll 20. I currently have 975 hours logged into you. Just give me this.
It's gonna be all ones.
331.
I mean, it was pretty close to all ones. 13, uh-oh.
The 13. Oh,
Is he gonna go for it?
14.
Ooh.
15.
Stop, Janus, stop.
No.
No, he can keep going.
Oh.
It's if you bust in that first few rounds, you get so far behind, and then you like try to play catch up.
Yeah, and then it just turns into like now you're pushing the envelope because you have to.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Alvyn.
14.
Oh.
Hey, it's not a 15.
That is a dangerous roll. I have
That's
to
a
push it.
66% chance.
Oh! One off, literally one.
The number of times I've busted on 19.
Yeah,
It's
Oh.
it's heartbreaking. It's truly heartbreaking.
Okay. That's
You need an 18 to win.
yep. I don't think I'm gonna win this round. It'd be very lucky. Ooh, okay.
You're in striking distance.
Oh.
I know.
Oh!
Wow.
Well, that's one way to win.
Oh my gosh.
Elyswen, 2 for 2
Let's play it again.
on a game of
She's like-
chance.
How much gold do you guys got?
I'm gonna roll his thing. If he gets,
Honestly, it's so funny.
oh, he
Oh.
almost got an 18.
He could
He is
go again.
come in
right?
second place.
It doesn't matter. He can't.
Oh.
He needs a 19. He needs 19 points to win. So his only chance of winning was rolling a perfect 18 and getting 28. So Elyswen, you now have your 2 silver plus an additional 6. Yeah, an additional 6 silver.
I'll buy a round of drinks for these guys.
Oh my
How much is it?
god.
Okay.
I mean, if you guys want to do one more, because
Nah, it's all
how
good.
often are
It's
we
all
gonna do
good.
this game? How often are we gonna do this
So-
game, you guys?
So this game is somewhere you could find someone basically in any port city would know this game.
Yeah, let's not wear
you
this
go
game
to a
out.
tavern, it would not be hard to find someone else to play it
Let's
with.
play this game some more later down the line.
I just want to see
You guys
Elsa
are-
lose it all. They're not.
You guys could also buy your own dice and you could play it amongst yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We could play dice games with dice.
I would very much like to buy my
games?
own dice.
I would very
Again,
much
as
like
the resident
to
rogue.
buy
I
my
have
own
the
dice
Look
as
at
well.
us. Oh my gosh.
Legitimately
Elyswen, go
more
ahead
than-
and subtract 3 silver pieces for the round of drinks that you're buying everybody.
Alright. But no, if I lose this, I can never go back to the guild, you know? Like,
Y'all.
Elyswen just quits her 18 Mules career now, undefeated.
yeah. Nah, I mean, the question is, do you want to be like that one kid at karate camp who didn't get beaten? Or do you want to be Floyd Mayweather?
I don't want to be Floyd Mayweather
Fair
for
enough.
various reasons that are more have to do with Floyd Mayweather than anything else. Okay. Well, you enjoy those two games. Arik is shakes his head and bids you guys a nice night. Thanks you for the drink. And you guys are able to go to sleep, and we'll move into the next day, the 7th.
Elyswen will remark, like, I'm really glad I didn't lose because otherwise I couldn't have paid the charge.
Well, no, Elyswen's staying in the Gioche clan hall,
Mhm.
so you're not
okay.
you're not charged.
I mean, I was
anything.
gonna stay there tonight though. Just
Oh, you're gonna stay at the safe harbor?
Yeah.
Okay, then subtract 10 silver.
Yep. I don't want to sleep in 2 gnome-sized beds.
3.
3, even better.
Where?
Believe it or not, Elyswen has not been 3 gnomes in a wizard robe this whole time.
Could have fooled me.
Actually, that'd be a great character concept for like a
Oh,
joke campaign.
please.
2 halflings standing, like one standing on the other shoulders.
I needed to find a pen.
Just see how long you could go keeping it a secret.
Exactly. Actually, do you guys remember our conversation about cursed magic items?
Yes. Did
Yes.
you use
Mm.
one of
Had a
them?
hat of disguise.
Oh.
What if you had a hat of disguise that made it look like you were two halflings, one standing on the other's shoulders, in whatever disguise you want?
Oh, the kobolds in a cloak. That's an actual stat block.
Is that actually a
It
stat
is.
block?
There is. It's
Oh my
like
gosh,
4
I-
kobolds in a cloak is the thing.
I think it's probably for 5e, not for
I'm
Pathfinder.
pretty sure it's 5e. Because it's
That's
a thing. But it's a thing. It's a thing.
Oh, that's great.
3 kobolds in a trench coat.
That's it. That's the one.
That sounds like
Medium humanoid.
Because it
it
came
sounds
up.
like a D&D
It
sitcom.
came up in Critical Role at one point where it was just a random NPC counter, and they're like, "What is going on?" And then they found out that it was this.
That's my new favorite.
There you guys go.
3. Okay,
Brilliant.
new idea for a one shot. Okay,
Yes.
each of you plays one of those kobolds inside the trench
And depending on our
Oh.
initiative order, we do different stuff. That would be amazing. I love it.
Oh my gosh. That is incredible.
It'll be like that one that we did where we were all like different personalities in the same guy's head.
Hold
Oh,
on.
everyone-
That
Like
was amazing.
Jacob wanted to find like the best cheese, I think it was, and we ended up losing our
Oh.
kidneys for it.
Yes,
Oh yeah. And just wanted to get married.
that's what it was.
Are you guys talking about like is it called like My Name is Bob or something
Yes.
like
It
that?
was
what it
everyone
is.
is
Something.
John.
It's that one.
Everyone is John. Everyone
Everyone
is
is John, yes.
That was a good time.
John. Okay.
Real quick. Uncanny disguise. A creature that perceives 3 kobolds in a trench coat must succeed on a DC 5 intelligence check.
Oh, golly.
Oh my gosh.
I've played
Um,
characters that couldn't pass that.
Same. Kronk
Actually,
couldn't pass
Kronk. Yeah, I was about to say Kronk had no chance of passing that. Okay. So the morning of the 7th dawns. It is a beautiful sundas. It is clear weather. The sun is bright, and it's feeling much warmer than it did yesterday. The weather is much more enjoyable to be out in. I guess all three of you, Elyswen, Alvyn, and Janus, are in safe harbor.
I definitely didn't stay in Safe Harbor.
Oh, you didn't. Sorry, Alvyn, you are in the Gioche clan hall. Ox, you will awake in the outer districts. Probably pretty sore, stiff, not very comfortable sleeping on the ground. In the outer districts. Elyswen and Janus, you're in the safe harbor.
My hair is
Oh yeah.
like a very pale lavender.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Lovely.
All right.
So, what would you like to do? We'll start with Elyswen and Janus.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any plans for today?
Not particularly. Maybe I was perhaps considering finding any mages that might be in the area. I have a spell that I'd like to add to my spell book. Oh, and I was meaning to talk to you and Alvyn at some point about the shop. I think I might have something to contribute.
Okay. What do you have?
Well, I can write scrolls, as a matter of fact. So there's a chance that we could sell scrolls. I don't know if it'd be particularly useful, but it might fit.
Quick question. Bit relevant to what I can do. What spells do you have in your spell book that you could use?
Oh, let's see here. Sorry, I'm putting them all together. Of course, I can cast any cantrip, and I've got all of those. So anything there. Mage Hand is particularly useful, I've found. Beyond that, I've got the shortening spell. I think it's mostly like a grease. The obscuring mist. The speedy exit. Let's see here. Arcane arrow. The rainbow dazzle. Nap time. And the feeble beam. I'm not sure if these are all quite the same as maybe the canonized descriptions, but I think the names typically convey at least well enough to understand. And then I've learned Burning Hands and Summon Monster 1.
Because I can make potions, so any of those I can turn into a potion.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe
Later,
that would be more
course.
useful than scrolls.
Well, scrolls are good too. They definitely are. They're cheaper.
Yes. And there's a market for that, I suppose.
Hmm.
But
Can't copy a spell from a potion.
you can? Or you
Can't.
can't? I see what you're saying.
I'd be
Yes, that's
very
true.
impressed if you could.
Oh, I mean, somebody out there might have the taste buds refined enough for that sort of thing, but certainly not me. Do you have any plans for today?
I'm gonna head to the library, see if I can find any information on a fae in this area, or see if I can find any information on the cold one at all.
Oh, the cold one. So have you
Yes.
thought of? I mean, so anywhere you go that you can find fae, would that just talking to them or discussing things with them, maybe working out deals, would that increase your claim to this this land that you want to be the lord of?
Yeah, not specifically, but it would increase my standing among the Fae in general.
Okay. So it's just more legitimacy to lend to the claim.
Exactly. As of right now, I just need to learn a bit more.
Interesting.
So that's my plan for today.
If you need any help with that, I might swing by the library later.
Sounds good. Zach, with my wander stroll around the city, did I happen to see where the library was? If there is a library.
There is a library. It's less of a library and more of like one of the biggest bookstores you've ever seen.
Like they sell stuff?
The
Barnes and Noble. Sorry.
Barnes and Noble! Oh my gosh, Jordan, your puns are amazing! It
Okay,
has to be
well,
called that, Zach.
I think we can all agree that Elyswen should take 100 points of damage for that.
Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble.
Elyswen makes that joke, gets one smirk, and then drops dead.
One of the crystals in my bag just bursts in his direction.
Yeah.
A rip in
Every
time.
crystal.
A real
With a
Barnes and
single
Noble
snort
shows up.
and then-
All the Barnes and
Oh.
Nobles turn into Barnes and Nobles everywhere. in the
Nobles.
world.
So this bookstore or this
Barnes
is has a sign over it in. You read Gnomish?
I do now.
I read. Common, Sylvan, and Elvyn. Oh, that's a sign.
I guess it would be in common because it's in near the docks. It's not. It's meant to be. So in common, it says it in Gnomish, and then it says it in common in slightly smaller letters. Brant's Clan Scrivener.
Mm.
Head inside.
Scribners.
Okay. Instantly, you step inside, hit with the heavy scent of books.
Oh,
Just
yeah, I'm
the
in the right
dry scent of thousands of pages. It is whisper quiet. There are rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of bookshelves. They're all, so this particular store, this shop is very tall. And these bookshelves are really, really tall, especially for a gnome. And you see these long, like spindly ladders that are kind of like set in strategic places in between shelves and things like that to be used for accessing any of the higher up books. These ladders are
love
definitely
bookstores.
gnome sized, not human sized. But as you enter, there is like it's even kind of laid out as a library. Like you enter and there's like this front like kind of curved desk that's kind of all by itself, and then all the bookshelves are like behind it. And there is one gnome who looks like he's busy transcribing from one from like a set of papers into a book. And as you like open the door, he kind of sets down what he's doing. Is there something I can help you with?
Yes. Do you have any books on the Fae?
Oh, the Fae. Yeah, I think so. Follow me. And he has a little name tag that says Regis Brandt. And he kind of like starts walking down one row of bookshelves. He's like, wait, no, this isn't right. No, this is the wrong section. Hold on. And he walks off another way.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Faye. You said you were looking for Faye, right?
yes.
Faye.
Watch him pull out an actual person named Faye. That's a gnome.
I think this is. Yeah, no, it's this. It's this aisle. It's this one right here. And he kind of like scurries over. He grabs the ladder, like pulls it down, and he just like basically almost like runs up this ladder to like the fifth or sixth row of like books up high, and he kind of like he grabs one, and he just without looking at you, just reaches back and down towards you to hand you the book.
Okay.
This one is a collection of folk tales. This one is a collection of children's stories. This is a treatise on the some of the more powerful fae. This is a theories about the interactions of the Feywilds with the natural world. This is a treatise on Shadowfell. I don't know if you're interested in that. And he's just gonna keep handing you books.
Amazing.
I would like to take. Quick question. How much do you charge for these books? About.
Oh, well, it depends on the book. It depends on the book. I'd have to look it up.
There was a folk tales and then a treatise on the types of fae.
Yeah.
I'll take those two books.
All right. And he starts like taking.
Also, if you have any information or know of any information in these books on a being called the Cold One.
The Cold One. The Cold One.
It's a being in Fae mythology. Or lore, I guess you could say.
You know, I think I'm going to have to look that one up. Yeah, he's just kind of staring off into space. And then he starts grabbing the books that you didn't want and kind of putting them back.
Mm-hmm.
In order, perfectly.
Oh, yeah. No, he puts them back in order. And then he scampers down the ladder, puts the ladder back, takes those two books from you. And let's go up back to the front desk. I'll take a look and see if we have anything that matches the Cold One. So he just like scurries at full speed just back to the front desk, puts your books down, reaches. I actually need you to make a perception check here.
Oh boy, perception. Let's see. 14.
Okay. You're kind of, Janus. You're looking at the books like the two. You're kind of thumbing through them. The collection of folktales definitely has a lot of like illustrations. A lot of them are very nice. The treatise is much thinner, a smaller book, but it's just densely packed with this kind of cramped handwriting. And you kind of like look up at it for a moment as you see Regis grabs a drawer on his desk and pulls it and keeps pulling it and keeps pulling it until it's like fully 8 feet out of the desk, and the desk is not that big, and it is just filled with index cards.
Yes.
Absolutely packed with index cards, and he's just just doing his little finger walk through, pulling up things, trying to find something related to And after
This guy's awesome.
he like goes through that one, kind of shakes his head, closes that one, opens another drawer, fully out to 8 feet, combs through all of those index cards, closes that drawer, opens another one, and he'll open 4 drawers in total. Go through all of them. I'm afraid to say I don't really have anything on the cold one with regards to Fae. I certainly have a great deal of tomes about biology in colder climates, even extraplanar from like the planes of like elemental planes that can be quite cold. Lots of survival handbooks. A few explorers' journals into the Frostlands of TL. I don't know if anything. All of those. Nothing. No mention of the cold one, as far as our records have.
Okay. Thank you, though.
Of course.
I'll just take these 2 books then.
Oh, let me see how much those are. Closes those 4 drawers. Turns around. There's a bank of cabinets behind him. And he starts going, looking at the cabinets. This one. Pulls out a step stool because it's one of the upper drawers. Steps up onto the step stool and starts going through these index cards until he finds your 2 books.
He's like an organized Ollivanders. But
this is only one gnome of the Branth clan that you've seen.
That's amazing.
Someone had to make all these books.
Yeah.
Let me. Okay, the total looks like it'll come out to 14 gold pieces.
All right, then. I pass over the gold, and I take my books.
Excellent.
You paid
if
more
there's-
for glass.
You're never gonna let me live that down.
Garbage glass.
There was a very specific reason I bought that, and it was not for the glass.
It was to brag.
That's a weird flex.
Guys, I made the absolute worst financial decision in the history of financial decisions.
No, you don't understand. You think you got a bad end of that deal? He's like, you think you got a bad end of that deal? Let me tell you this one time, I bought some broken pieces of glass for 15 gold.
He's working on a really, really weird rap album, and he just wants to flex about it.
If we crunch the numbers on that, you fully paid 1,500% of what that glass was valued at, essentially.
Yeah.
And that's being generous because really that glass had no value.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have your 2 books. If there's anything else you're needing help with, Clan Branth, we have the largest repository of books in Karst, and I suppose I can't speak for the rest of Inderon, but we have a lot of books. Tomes of fiction, non-fiction, guides, self-help, all kinds of things. If you're interested in some of the more exotic reading materials, Clan Branth also creates scrolls, wands, is capable of making enchantments. Those services are, of course,
Of course.
on a special order kind of basis.
Oh, I might be back later. I gotta read through these 2 first.
Of course, and enjoy it.
Thank you. I'm gonna take the 2 books back to the end. I'm gonna read through them.
Okay. Can you make a linguistics check?
Ooh.
Another language.
Hmm.
Elyswen can speak like
We don't
Eight
make
languages.
linguistics
9.
checks usually.
This is not for speaking a different language. This is for understanding what's being said, and basically for your reading speed.
Mhm.
Okay, Janus, you work your way through the folklore book pretty quickly. It's essentially a collection of like stories of, this of specific fae. Some of them are outright just like this is not true. There is no fae that does this. And a lot of those are like, if you don't leave out like a copper piece or something, like your milk will spoil, because the fae will, like, if you don't leave a gift, they'll, and there's no fae that does that.
Tooth fairy.
Things like that. There are other ones that are fully like, they're skewed, like in the story the fae is stealing children, but that the fae don't
They
steal
want their
children.
fair and square.
Yeah, no. They
there was a deal made.
they accept children as payment. But these folklore, these stories are meant. A lot of them seem like as cautionary tales or just things that are, stories to tell around a campfire kind of thing. The
Don't think
treatise.
of these children as victims. Think of them more like MasterCard.
I don't like to think of them so much as indentured servants as an investment.
Investments, yes.
Living investments.
Mhm.
The treatise is much more difficult to read. The folklore book is meant to be understood by people who can't read, essentially. But this is a pretty high-level academic treatise that is talking about some very complex ideas with regards to the Fae. It's going to take you some time to read it. You're not going to be able to read it today.
Okay.
But what you do gather from just basically reading the beginning of it is it was written by the
Very
author, who
accurate.
it was written by the author, who I don't have a name for.
The
But-
author.
The book itself is about 100 years old, and it is you from
Not as old
gathering
as you.
from the you don't.
Too soon.
Let me clarify. You don't know if this book is 100 years old, but the original, the author wrote
Yes.
it 100 years ago.
Mm,
Copyright 100 years ago.
copyright.
Yeah. It more of because it's part academic like paper and part journal, because this author actually went into the Feywild and was meeting and talking with Fey
Oh, good. He knows what he's talking about.
to some extent. It's kind of like if a European explorer just kind of walked into Eastern Asia and started talking to people.
So the opposite of whatever Marco Polo was doing.
He's so he's gathering the information. He's gathering is much more valuable than what a folklore would tell you, but it's also being written through the lens of someone who does not understand the Fae and is trying to, but does not understand them.
Oh, that's cool.
So, okay, so that's that. Elyswen, I believe you are planning on being in the outer districts in the morning.
No.
Yes.
Or
I was gonna meet you, I think,
I said
to help
no.
out that dude.
I didn't need.
Oh, you said no? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you asked,
she
and I
didn't
was
want
like,
me there.
I was
I don't
like,
need
nah,
to be
I'm
there.
good. If you wanted to
Okay.
do anything else,
In which case, I will go to. Because it occurs to me that finding somebody who's gonna let me write down Shocking Grasp was probably gonna be a little bit harder than like hitting up Bjorn and being like, "Hey, man, do you mind if I copy this for free?"
Hey, man.
So I'm gonna go to the bank. Is there? Because we kind of agreed that or we said that there was there were branches all over the place, right?
Yeah, no, you guys have already been to the bank.
Oh,
here.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, then I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna get 100 gold
Okay,
out of my chunk of the funds.
perfect. Yeah, I don't think I have it.
It's not on the map.
It's not marked on the map, but you guys have actually reasonably sure you've been there in Karst already.
Sweet.
I
All right, yeah.
think.
So I will
Yeah.
do that, and
Okay.
I will, and then I guess I'm gonna just hit the streets and try to figure out where to find magic around here.
Okay. Let me mark down the change in your account balance.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start. I don't know, asking around. What's an elf got to do to find some magic in a town like this?
Wow.
Okay. Make a diplomacy check.
Sweet. Could have sworn it was better at this.
That's not discouraging at all.
What
Oh my gosh!
What'd he get? What'd he get?
Yeah, it worked
got
out.
a 30. He nat 20'd and got a 30.
Whoa.
Yeah, you'll be immediately pointed to. They'll like you. The first gnome you ask gives you an up and down. Looks at your ears. Oh, you can even see like it's like, oh, this, obviously an outlander. You should go to Brant's Clan Scrivener.
Sweet. Well, yeah, I will high step it over that way.
Okay. You enter this massive building. Massive, more relative to the size of the buildings in the area. It's still pretty large. Enter the building. Immediately hit with the scent of the scent of books. There's a small, small. I guess that's a little redundant. A gnomish man sitting at this semicircular desk that's kind of off by itself. He's transcribing something from some pages onto a book. And when you enter, he stops what he's doing. Hello? Is there something I can help you with? My name's Regis.
Oh, hello there, Regis. I'm Elyswen. I was actually in the market for, I was looking for a scroll to copy, and I was pointed your direction.
Well, we certainly sell scrolls.
Good. You wouldn't happen to have a scroll of Shock and Grasp around, would you?
Scroll of Shocking Grasp. Is that... No, it's not over there. Is it? Oh, that's... Follow me. And he starts walking. He kind of gets up from his desk and he just goes straight to the right wall, and then he follows the right wall, and then there is a spot at the end of this row, and it's just books on either side. At the end of this, before it reaches the back of the building, essentially before it reaches the back wall, there is a an area of this interior that is caged in.
Okay.
It has what looks like wrought iron, almost like basically cell crossbars and vertical bars, right? And it's just caging in this corner of the building. And he pulls a key out from his robes and unlocks a door and lets you inside. Inside here, the shelves are smaller. There are also one wall is completely devoted to just cubbies with scrolls in them.
So already
And
smells like
the other books that you see are you see the book and there's a chain that goes from each of them from the spine, and it's chained to the to the shelf that it's on. Like, I guess, imagine restricted section from Hogwarts.
Mm, very cool.
And there are actually, there's a door that you actually see open, and you see a gnome in robes kind of walk in with a bundle of scrolls, and he kind of sets them down on a table, and he starts filling empty cubby holes. He kind of like glances over and sees you two, but doesn't really say anything else. Regis pretty much just ignores him as he walks over to the wall of scrolls and pulls out a ladder, scurries up the ladder, and just starts. No, that's not. I don't think these were put back in order. Hold on. Go on.
Oh no.
Oh no, they are. I was looking in the wrong. Wrong. I was. There, here it is. He pulls out a scroll.
I was worried he was going to suddenly start rearranging his entire stuff. Everything. Right
3
then and
days
there.
later.
Yeah, right?
Um,
I need to fix
so he
this
pulls
right.
out this scroll. It's thin, tightly rolled, and it has this purple ribbon that has a thin purple ribbon that's like holding it closed. One scroll of shocking grasp. Was there anything else that you were looking for?
No, I think I'm pretty much covered with that. And well, you can understand my discomfort as all of the books seem to be chained to the walls for some reason. I'm
Oh,
afraid they
that's
might
just-
try something.
That's because they're extremely valuable.
Oh, I was just making a joke.
Why would you joke about books?
Oh.
Listen, obviously this isn't the kind of place that carries joke books.
No, we do have comedy books, but it's not in this part of the store. This is for tomes containing spells and scrolls. Each of these books is a wizard's spell book.
Oh, do you have the
Or
whole spell book
sorcerer.
contained here?
Arcane spell books.
Interesting. Who gave up their spell book to be here? Did they copy it and then give it to you, or
They're collected.
collect it? How?
So, was this scroll the only thing that you wanted?
Yes, I think so. And she's just gonna not let her eyes off of anybody.
Well, very well then. And he, holding the scroll, he does not hand the scroll to you. Holding the scroll, he kind of ushers you out of this area, closes the door, locks it, and leads you back to his desk, where he, still holding the scroll, it has not left his hand, pulls open. Can you give me a perception check?
Can indeed. Ugh. That was a 6.
Oh, poor you.
Poor
only got an
you.
18. Poor Elyswen.
Listen.
Only
I have
has a
60
plus 12 to her
I have-
to her
Let
perception.
me be clear. I have 60 skill ranks, but I traded that for 35 hit points. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Ellis, when you watch as still holding the scroll, Regis pulls open a drawer fully 8 feet out of a desk that's probably only 3 feet deep. Just checking the price. Oh, that would be 50 gold.
Well, all right. I think I've bought this scroll's freedom for 50 gold. I can do that. And I'll just hand him the
Okay. He will give you the scroll only after he's received the money from you.
So this guy's been around the block a few times, is what I'm gathering.
Or,
knows-
you know, maybe he's essentially selling you a magical weapon.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
Yep.
All right.
You are now the proud owner of a scroll of of shocking grasp.
And
Elyswen, I
proud
have
owner
a
of the
question
game.
for you. What languages do you speak?
I speak a few. I speak Celestial, Draconic, Gnoll, Gnome, Goblin, and Sylvan.
Cool. You're good.
And Common.
Okay. So you have this scroll. What are you doing now?
Keeping my eyes on these people from a distance, because I think they collect spell books.
I mean, he literally said collected.
Well,
So
okay.
yeah.
I think they collect spell books in the same way that like people collect ears from
Oh
battlefields.
gosh. Oh gosh.
That's what I got from that.
Yeah, there was a slight twinge on the whole procurement aspect of that. But anyway,
Hey,
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
go to the.
you have no idea.
I don't want to find out though. So I'm going to the inn and I'm gonna learn Shocking Grasp. And if that Regis guy comes anywhere near my spell book, I'm gonna zing him with it.
Okay.
So there's rules for this.
There is. It is going to be a spellcraft. I just need to remember where to find those rules at.
Let's see here. Spellcraft. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I can take a picture of what I found.
Oh, wait, here. Yeah. No, I have it. It's in
Okay, you got it.
page 219 of the core rulebook in the magic chapter.
Oh, gotcha.
So it is going to be... So you're going to have to spend 1 hour studying the spell, and at the end of that hour, you must succeed a spellcraft check DC 15 plus the spell's level, so 16.
Okay.
If you have specialized in a school of spells, you get a +2 on the spellcraft check, so you get a +2 because you're an evoker.
Yep. My question would be, can I take a 10? I mean,
No, not for this.
okay. Probably gonna
But I do, so if you're adding it to your spellbook, it does actually cost you to cost materials to
Yeah,
add it to your
10
spellbook. It's going to take 10 gold pieces
10 gold. Okay, sweet.
worth of writing materials, which I can say you would have been able to buy from
Yeah.
Regis in addition to.
Okay.
Complimentary.
Cool.
Well, paid for.
No, not complimentary.
No,
10
I don't
gold.
think it's complimentary.
10 gold worth of arcane ink.
Complimentary gift wrapped.
Maybe, if I'm lucky. If I stop making jokes, maybe.
Because tabletop
my goodness.
RPGs work real hard to make sure
What'd you
wizards
roll?
have to pay a lot of money.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
What'd you roll?
this is 27.
Nice.
Yeah, that +2.
Okay.
is a little bit of
So
a-
all told, it's going to take 2 hours out of your day. The first hour is reading through a gnomish scroll of shocking grasp, comprehending how the spell is cast, and then the next hour is spent painstakingly copying every bit of the spell into your spellbook. But you now have shocking grasp.
And then I can spend the next hour giving people the joy buzzing of a lifetime.
Wow.
Maybe literally.
You just run up to someone, clear. Unfortunately, I don't think Karst has good Samaritan laws, so that's probably not going to be so
I
good
don't
for you.
think- I don't think that's such a good Samaritan.
I mean, if
I
they
think-
if they actually needed it, then yes.
Yeah,
But,
if they needed it, maybe.
all right, let's go to Ox.
Oh, yay.
You've awoken, kind of stiff, bright,
I will
sunny day before you.
I will immediately see if the gnome next to me is in better condition, worse condition.
Much worse.
Can I do
He's
a
coughing almost constantly.
Can I do a heal check to see what is ailing him?
You can.
Yay! Oh. 9. Okay.
You do not know what is ailing him.
I will prepare. Remove disease and remove curse.
Okay.
And I will cast remove disease first.
Okay. Okay. I need you to roll a d20 plus your caster level.
Which is 6. 19 total.
Okay. $19 total.
Yes.
Okay. You finish your spell. A pulse of light and crackling electrical energy travels from you into this poor bedridden gnome. And as soon as you open your eyes from your, casting your spell, and the energy kind of dissipates, there's this long pause of everyone just kind of looking at each other. And then the bedridden gnome starts talking quickly and excitedly in gnomish to his wife, who's talking back. They're just talking to each other in machine gun fire gnomish.
Sense motive that it worked?
Sense motive.
Okay.
He's dying and they're going over his will.
Frick. Right? That's insensitive. 20.
Yeah, this is the just from mannerisms and how they're talking, it seems like they're excited. He seems like he's feeling better. The wife then said, "Thank you. Done well. That's a miracle for us. Maybe where you're from, it's not so big a thing, but it's unheard of here. I'm not sure I've ever heard of anyone surviving the Crimson Cough, so
What's the What is that?
make a heal check for me.
I did though. Oh, a different one.
Make another one."
Nat 1.
Well, I don't know what that is, but it sounds bad.
It does sound bad. What is it? I've
Well,
never
it's a
heard of it.
sickness.
Well, is it like a cough? Like it just, goes away after a few days, or
No,
never goes
no,
away?
it gets worse. Gets worse and worse until they die. You just saved my husband's life. So thank you. I mean, there's literally nothing that we could do to repay you, but you have our gratitude. The husband's just like he keeps like he's talking to you, but he's only speaking in Gnomish, and he's like repeating the same words over and over again, and he's got like tears coming out of his eyes. You get the gist. It's something along the lines of him just saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, over and over and over again.
If there was a way for you to repay me that wouldn't be harmful or expensive, would you?
Where are you going with this?
You're welcome. She's gonna leave.
No, I said that as the
I
GM.
know.
Not, she didn't say that.
I know, it's fine.
I need you to close your booth on your motorcycle.
Okay, the gnomish woman just kind of looks confused, and then you leave. And as you're leaving Auxson, you look back just before the hanging like curtains like drop. She's there like hugging him while he's still bedridden. But okay, you're out in the outer districts. You have a meeting with Bran mid-morning.
Yes, I need to do some research before.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go do some research.
Okay.
And see if I can get any information before I go talk to him.
Are you gonna go to this session's sponsor, Brent Clan Scrivener?
Yes, I will. Oh, look who I see.
You enter the scent of books. You see a small gnomish man, still trying to transcribe something from pages into the book. As you enter, he puts it down.
Hi, I have some questions. I really need some answers.
Oh, of course. I'm Regis Brent. What can I help you with?
Regis Brent, nice to meet you. I'm Auxsonia. Yeah, I've got some questions. What's the population of Karst?
Last count, I believe, was 43,756.
Does this guy have like keen mind? Basically, he just knows everything. If he reads it.
Well, not that Ox would know this, but that's the first time he's said something without thinking about it for a very long time.
Amazing. Great. And what is
Though
the...
I should say that that's an outdated number. That comes from, I think, about 2 years ago.
Okay.
And it's also hard to keep track of how many clanless there are.
Yeah. Is that including clanless?
Roughly.
It is including it. What percentage of that is clanless or number? Like how many gnomes are living within the walls?
I need you to make a perception check.
Nat 20, baby.
Sweet. You watch as Regis turns to his right, pulls out a drawer that fully goes 8 feet out of a 3-foot desk, starts going through the index cards, pulls one out. Oh, of course. Closes it. Oh, follow me. And walks back into the dome.
She'll walk precariously after him.
And precariously?
I don't know. She's like, why am I going anywhere?
Cautiously.
Areas?
Cautiously, there you go.
I think
Yeah.
cautiously. Tentatively.
Tentatively.
Hesitantly.
Yeah.
Keep finding synonyms. He gets to he just stops abruptly, turns to his right, pulls out a book from like the right about his shoulder height, opens it up. Estimated at somewhere around 5 to 7%. Closes the book, puts it back on the shelf, and starts walking back towards the desk.
Sense motive?
Okay.
See if that is accurate. That's so weird. Like, you're just a weird dude. He's awesome. A 25.
He seems like he's really honest.
Alright.
He's literally answering the question you asked. He
Alright.
just didn't have the information in his head, so he
Great. Thank you.
had to go look it up.
Yeah.
You're just letting him walk off? You're not following him?
I'll follow him. No, yeah. I said,
Oh,
thank
okay.
you.
Oh, of course. Any other questions you have?
I think I got all my other ones pretty much.
Are there any books you're interested in buying? We also sell scrolls and
Do
swans.
you know
and...
off the top of your head if time travel is a thing in the Feywild?
Time travel. You know, you're the second person today that's come in asking about the Feywild.
What a strange coincidence.
That's twice as many people as yesterday.
That's an improvement then to your business.
Well, two more than yesterday. He gets back to the desk, pulls open a different drawer, fully 8 feet out, starts combing through the index cards. Well, let's see, time trial. We have a couple of treatises, I think 2, both from the same person, Corbin the Mad, a wizard who theorized time travel. However, he disappeared under mysterious circumstances. But we do have these 2 surviving treatises, meticulously copied by Clan Brandt, of course. I don't see anything particularly related to the Feywilds. I mean, unless I have in the nonfiction section, there's certainly stories with regards to time traveling. Or sorry, in the fiction. Not
fiction.
nonfiction.
Yeah,
in the fiction sections.
Yeah, I just want to know if it's like, if there's a rumor about it being exclusively to forward jumping or not.
Oh, we don't sell rumors here. We sell books.
Fictional stories.
So you are interested in the fiction stories?
Yeah.
Oh, very well. Fair warning, though. A lot of the time traveling stories have a lot of plot holes. Comes with the territory. He just doesn't consult the index cards, closes the drawer, and starts walking back through the books.
Wow.
At his full 20-foot movement speed.
Oh gosh. I just follow.
All right, he'll point you to basically he gets to this there's 2 shelves either side of him, and he literally just starts, here's a story about time traveling to save a kingdom, here's a story about time traveling to save themselves from killing themselves, really complicated that one. Here's a story of going back in time and making sure that their parents met so that he still exists in the future. That one gets weird. And then he just starts pulling out different. You end up with like a stack of like 6 books.
All right, I get it.
Fictional stories.
I'll just give them back to him. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.
Oh, you're not.
Those Back to the Future.
You're not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Back
yes,
to the
it was
Future,
fully.
yeah.
Yes. Oh, you're not interested in buying any of these?
No, just wanted your knowledge if there was a.
Oh, okay. I'll just put them back then.
Okay, have a good day.
I feel so
You too.
bad for this guy.
He's had a busy day.
You know, he's murdering wizards for their spell books.
I leave and go to.
You didn't even ask what the cost of those spell books were.
I know what the cost was. I could see it in that one dude's eyes.
One human soul. Alvyn, you wake up well rested in your very comfortable bed in the Guilloche clan hall. What would you like to do this morning?
Well, I was thinking about taking. No, I'm not gonna.
Wow.
I'm not gonna go to the Branth Clan Scrivener. I'm going to start my project today.
Okay. Cool.
I'm assuming I need a roll.
You do indeed. If you just, well, I can actually think. I think you messaged me all of that stuff
All of what stuff?
that you were planning on doing, right? Is that in
Mhm.
Facebook Messenger?
Oh, maybe. Today I'm starting the main project. Yesterday I finished the
Yeah, your
throwing
axes
axes
and daggers. Yeah. I am just gonna refresh my memory to be.
Maybe it wasn't in Messenger. It might have been Discord.
I checked Discord. It's not there.
Oh, okay. Oh, we just talked about it, I think.
Yeah, we just talked about it. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to just send me a message to refresh my memory on that, go ahead and make your craft check.
Mhm.
And I think you guys are going all over the place, different directions. Elyswen, you're spending 2 hours of your morning learning that spell. Janus will come to you in right. Okay. We'll come to you. Let's go to Aux first. She has a meeting with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Very nice.
I'll do the math.
Aux.
I come to the Guilloche clan hall and I ring the doorbell.
The door opens and there is, I believe it's Renaud.
Renaud, I think it was. Hey, morning.
Good morning.
I'm here.
I assume you're.
Appointment? Yep. Mm-hmm.
Of course, follow me.
Great.
He leads you through. Actually, all these doors are human sized.
Oh.
As he leads you through a couple of doors to a sitting room, basically. There's like 2 human-sized chairs, and the rest of everything else is gnomish sized. And there is one other door to the room that is also human-sized.
Mm-hmm.
Please wait here.
Okay.
And Renaud knocks on the door lightly, and then he opens it slightly and steps inside. It's a nicely decorated room, It still has artwork that's like schematics of things. Very, very gnomish or very guilloche in its decoration.
Mm-hmm.
And after a few moments, the door opens a little bit again, and Renaud steps out. Bran Gyosh will see you now.
Great. I go in.
Inside is this office. It is done tastefully. The colors of the Gyosh clan, which is a brown and gold. It's overall the feeling that you get is like a study. Like when you imagine a study with like leather, like comfortable leather chairs, and there's bookshelves and things, and it has a kind of a dimmer lighting. It feels kind of cozy. That's what this feels like, except instead of like it being like bookshelves, there's a workbench, there's tools, there is a bookshelf that does have things, but they all look technical. They have the look of technical books instead of fiction or fiction or otherwise. And seated behind this desk, that is, the surface of it is it's made out of this deep dark wood, dark brown, polished and lacquered, and it is like gleaming in the light. And set on the top, like inlaid into the top of this desk, is in gold, is it's two gears, one large gear, one smaller gear. And then surrounding them is like a circle.
That's cool.
Well, and Bran Gyosh is sitting behind the desk. As you enter, he stands up to his full height of half of your height, and he gives a short little like inclination, not really a bow, just an acknowledgement of you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that we have this chance to meet.
Yeah.
Auxsonia, please take a seat, make yourself comfortable. Is there anything you're wanting? Food, drink?
Oh, no. I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. Sorry, I'm skipping the songs to
That's all right.
maybe get a semi-better one. I don't know. Whatever. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Renaud. That'll be all. And Renaud, who's still standing by the door off to the side, kind of gives a bow and slides out through the cracked door and closes the door behind him. So, Auxsonia, what was that you wanted to talk to me about?
Well, I'm kind of a straight to the point kind of person. I hope that you're okay with that. I'm not really...
Clear communication is best.
Yeah, I'm not really like an elf where I'll just like take forever to say what I want to, or... Like,
not all elves are that way.
That's true. Okay, look, I want to know what your opinion is on the clanless. I've been to the outer districts, the outside of the walls, and I've seen some stuff. So I wanted to know what you thought of it.
So you've seen Karst's greatest shame, even if most don't see it that way.
Yes.
It's not often that an outsider wanders out of the city into the outer district. Oh, crap.
You froze.
Okay, I remember exactly where we left off. So you had mentioned you went into the outer district, and Bran, believed to use his words, said, "Oh, so you've seen the Karst's greatest shame, even though many don't see it that way." It's not common for an outsider to wander the streets of Karst, much less wander outside the streets of Karst. Curious, what do you think?
I mean, I think it's just interesting that an outsider like myself could see in 2 days something that has been overlooked for 700 years by gnomes. Is that you're all Karst gnomes. You're all from the same place. You all have the same history. You all have a tie to this land, and you're proud of it. Even them, even with it, when they don't have anything, they still are proud to be a gnome, and they don't want someone to take that from them.
If I remember correctly, you're from Illyria, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever come across a tradition in Illyria? Something that is almost hardwired into the culture of the people that live there. That doesn't make any sense, for better or for worse.
Sure.
Fortunately, that's what this is. And unfortunately, these aren't humans or half-elves. We're gnomes. We live longer lives, have longer memories, change much, much more slowly. You seem very ambitious. Second day in the city and you're already trying to start change things radically. Is from what if I'm judging your intentions correctly.
I think something should change. I think they should be given a chance, at least something. I mean, your culture was forged by Karst gnomes. Surely it could be reforged by Karst gnomes.
Yeah. The problem is it's not one or even 2 or even 10 or even 20 gnomes that you'd have to convince. You'd have to convince every gnome. And not just in Karst either. Ardal, Skastrad, the other town that I'm forgetting right now.
Lasava.
Lasava.
Yeah, if only there was a way that maybe someone like a king could maybe influence.
I don't think. Yeah. Karst is a kingdom. Karst has a king. But a gnomish king is not like a human king. I don't believe Illyria. I believe Illyria has senators, so it's different. We'll compare to TL. In TL, the king has the final say. His word is the law. Certainly he takes advice. He has advisors, counselors, people who are experts in their given area that he consults. But ultimately his decision is what is made law, for better or for worse. In gnomish society and in Karst, the king is far less independent, you could say. He has to balance the needs of, let's say, we'll put it this way. You can think of the king as being a clan head for the entire country. And his or her, their priority is that of the kingdom. However, the king is also a clan head of their own clan, typically. So they also have the interests of their own clan in mind. They also have to deal with the clan moot and the leading clans of Karst, who are very powerful gnomish families with a great deal of influence. So there's a great deal that he has to balance. And if he were to make a decree like that, I don't think he would be king for very much longer.
It's not right. I mean,
I think your heart is in the right place. And I certainly don't disagree with you that things do need to change. But you're fighting close to 1,300 years of tradition. Well, I suppose not quite that much, but
what happens if one day the clan lists are bigger than they are now? Stronger, maybe.
you mean to cause some kind of rebellion?
Maybe a threat? Mm-hmm.
I suppose it's possible.
Eventually it's going to happen if nothing changes. I mean, there's already almost 2,000, 3,000 of them.
I think this is another situation where you are looking through the eyes of a human. In a human society, if a large group of people feel like changes need to be made, and they're not going to be made by any other action than force, they'll result to force. And then rebellions happen, and bloody wars, conflicts. Violence is not typically a route that is chosen. And as odd as it may seem, and perhaps backward sounding to you, for better or for worse, I suppose, those who are clanless or labeled clanless choose to be there. They would rather, from my understanding, would rather be clanless than wanting to start some kind of revolution to change things.
What if the clanless became their own clan? And they had their own head, own representative, and their own land that they're already on, but it would be called theirs. Trade would be able to be not restricted or not discouraged.
The thought has occurred to me. However, if the clanless were to be suddenly officially recognized as a clan, suddenly now the power has shifted dramatically. The older, wealthier, powerful clans that in many respects steer this nation, control some of its interests, will suddenly have a clan vastly larger than themselves as competition. And I think very quickly, if the clanless were organized into some kind of an official clan, they would be driven into the ground any business they started would be competed. Their prices would be undercut. Their services would be denied in favor of other, more established clans, more reputable, to use. That's not exactly the best term, but.
What if?
And then they would just turn into the clanless again.
What if it was a united Karst, where the clanless were helped, and then they could help themselves and help the other clans at the same time? What if maybe say like 1 year? For 1 year, clans can build on the clanless's land. Whatever buildings they want, clanless can work there. They get their money. And then after the year, those buildings go to the clanless so that they have a way of being stable on their feet.
Except that land does not belong to the clanless.
Well, it would have to be.
It belongs to the crown.
Have to
They're
be.
tolerated to live there.
This isn't something we wouldn't do without permission, of course. It's not like, I don't know, like I think that my way isn't the right way at all. Like I think that it needs to be something that Karst gnomes decide on, but not doing anything isn't gonna solve the problem. Like somebody has to do something. Look at Alvyn. Look at what he's turned into.
Not sure
Does Bran not know?
what you mean.
Hold on.
I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that statement.
Hold up. Freeze. Because Alvyn, when we were in the workshop, told us the Bran knew, right? Was that established? Noah? Am I correct in thinking that?
Alvyn told you that when he joined Clan Gioche,
Oh, that you were. Oh, okay.
that he was not clanless at that point.
Okay. But was it established that Bran knew at some point that you were clanless? Because she wouldn't bring it up unless it was like, duh, you already know this. Like, I thought that when that conversation happened, like, has Alvyn told Bran? Or would he even share that, right? Like,
Zach, do you remember?
I don't believe you made it explicitly clear.
Okay. I would have... Katarina would have known. Whether or not Bran would have... No. I think at some point I would have talked to Bran about it.
Okay.
Being a Horson.
Okay. Well, Bran still says,
okay.
I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. What do you mean, what he's become? Alvyn Gioche has been and has become a lot of things.
Well, right now he's about to become the reason why we're going to get your daughter back. He grew up in not great circumstances, obviously.
Yes.
And if he had just been allowed to remain there, maybe he'd already be dead. Maybe
allowed or forced to be there. Regardless,
I'm just saying that there might be a lot of gnomes like Alvyn.
there's a fundamental part of gnomish society that I think needs to be stated in case you haven't realized it, in case Alvyn hasn't said anything, or you haven't gleaned it on your own. Obviously, you know of the clans, you know of how society is structured here, but the driving force of what makes the wheels of this nation go around is competition. You mentioned something of a unified karst. Well, I don't truly think karst will ever be unified in the way you think you think of it. Because at the heart of gnome society are clans competing against each other. And when there's competition, there's always losers. I'm not saying that it's right or that it's the way it should be, but it's the way it is.
The difference is between you and me is you can actually make a difference.
It's a great illusion. People often think that those in places of power have more freedom, when in fact, most of the time, we have much less. Can't always do the things that I would like to do, because first and foremost comes the livelihood of my clan. The gnomes that are here in this hall, in their homes, in the workshops of Clan Gyosh, who rely on this clan to be successful for their livelihood. They are my first priority. Always. And I can't do anything to endanger that. I can't do anything that could put their livelihoods at risk.
See you when we get your daughter back then. She'll stand. As though to leave.
Okay. You abruptly end your meeting with Bran Gyosh. Where are you going?
I said I stand as though to leave. If you wanted to say anything else, that's fine. But yeah, she's gonna leave.
I mean, he seems... Give me a sense motive.
13.
Okay. He seems pretty unreadable. I know it's not the answers you wanted to hear, but don't give up hope.
Huh. I won't, like you did. Should I just leave?
Okay.
It's Ox. She's freaking a firecracker.
Okay. Insulting your one powerful gnomish allies, not necessarily the best idea. But okay, you leave. Where are you going?
The tavern.
Okay. If I remember right, you're feeling an urge for a particular drink today.
What's the day? 7th?
The
7th.
7th.
Not today. 8th.
No? Okay.
One more day, and then
Drugs
no.
all around.
we
Wait,
begin a
no.
drug.
She would be feeling the urge today because tomorrow's the day like after when she should have had it, right? Because she's going one day without over normal.
So, like, she'll feel the need for today, and then withdrawal
She'll
will be
feel
tomorrow.
the need for it today,
No.
and then withdrawals will hit tomorrow. Yeah.
Or however it goes. It's every 2 days I have to take it. Otherwise,
It's onset of
Right.
one day.
So did you drink it yesterday or the day before?
on the 6th.
So
And today's the
yesterday.
7th.
Oh, okay.
So tomorrow.
So tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the.
Tomorrow's the test day to see how badly things go.
Yeah.
Gonna make some home brewed dwarven fire ale.
Hey, what could go wrong? Well, okay.
Yeah.
There's all that
Okay.
stuff that could go wrong.
Making homemade
What
drugs
is
is not the way to go most of the time, but
Hey, it worked great for that one guy. What was it? They made a TV show about him. That ended well, right?
I think that ended pretty well.
Cool. See, uplifting story about how to make millions of dollars at home with skills that you learn in chemistry.
Yeah, that sounds like a pyramid scheme. Okay, what is there other things that you guys are wanting to accomplish today?
I was planning on stopping by Brand's office after I finished my work in the workshop for the day.
Okay.
It's just the book for me.
I'm good too.
Ox?
I'd like to take Elyswen to the bank with me.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Okay, let's jump to that real quick, and then we'll jump to Alvyn.
Cool. It's fine. I'm just pulling out my share.
The whole
Your
thing?
whole share?
Mm-hmm.
You're removing your share from the bank, where it is safe and cannot sink to the bottom of the ocean or be stolen.
Is there any
I
particular?
also realize it's
reason
going to be a big container.
Or is there a reason that you're doing this, Ox?
Just say I want to open a new account. Just want to put it in there. That's fine.
Oh, it's just you're moving it to your own account. That's all it is.
To a different account. Yep.
Okay. I mean, if that's what you want, is there any reason for that?
Well, yeah, obviously. I just
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
don't really want to. Really. She is very mad right now. Like, you've seen her mad. She is just, like, she's got a rock in her shoe. Constant face. Like, she's just, I don't know. Something's
Is there
really...
something... Do you want to talk about it?
Nope. Not really. Not really. But thank you.
Okay.
I'll talk to somebody if I need to. I'm fine.
All right. Fair enough. It's our money. Let's do what you want with it.
Yeah, Noah.
Wasn't there, like, when we were talking about, like, an agreeing on the share whole thing, Was there a part in there about like that being in the account? Janus, who wrote up the contract for it?
For the bank account?
There was like
Yeah.
a party fund that was going to stay in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we split it up like evenly between all of us and a party fund.
Yeah, we did. Okay.
I think the party fund got a little bit extra.
Yeah,
if I remember
that one was
right,
like
but it wasn't much, it was
16,000.
like
I have
change.
1,289.
Yep, same.
Okay.
Okay. So you're moving your 1,289, whatever it is.
Yep.
What was that? What was that number?
1,289.
Platinum.
Well, that's gold,
It's
not
going
platinum.
into the that's gold.
No, I'm pretty sure it was platinum.
Yeah,
Jacob.
all of those numbers.
Yeah,
Those
I'm
are
not
all
sure.
flat.
1,289 platinum.
Solid
Okay.
platinum.
Weirdly enough, the value of platinum suddenly decreased by, I don't know, like, now it's only 10% of its original value. Bummer.
Oh, weird.
Oh,
But
crap.
there's no, it's that even, no copper, no silver.
I'm pretty sure it was even, yeah.
Let me consult the card. $4 silver.
In the biz, what just happened to the platinum price? We call that the full Enron.
I'm just gonna hold on to my platinum until inflation kicks in again.
You're gonna buy more.
Platinum is the new
Increase the
cryptocurrency. It's literal Dogecoin.
Well, you do
Okay.
mine for it, so.
Okay. I have that recorded for the party funds, updated that value.
Message you, Zach.
Okay. All right. Alvyn. After a good day's work,
Very good day's work.
you make your way toward Brand's office, where you sit in the waiting room for a little bit as Renaud basically talks to Brand for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're ushered into Brand's office, where you see a rather tired-looking Brand.
Long day?
It seems like the days are getting longer and longer as I get older and older. So I always thought they'd feel shorter. But maybe that has something to do more with the times. But I hear that you've been working on something special.
I have.
Well, hopefully it's going well.
I made good progress on it today. I'm ahead of where I thought I'd be.
Oh, that's always good. Always feels good to accomplish more than you thought you could.
For
Or
sure,
would.
for sure.
Was there something in particular pressing on you?
I've no idea how it went. But I'm aware that one of my friends made an appointment to speak to you today.
She did indeed.
And I'm curious how that went. And if she was untoward, I would like to fully apologize on her behalf, as she contends to
There's no need
let
for
her
that.
emotions get the best of her.
There's no need for that. I think, well, I didn't know exactly what she wanted to meet with me beforehand. The topic was an interesting one and not what I expected. I figured she'd be asking questions about you. But instead, she was talking about the clanless and trying to figure out a way to improve their lot, integrate them back into society. A lot of grand ideas that would do a lot of good for Karst if they could come to fruition. And I gave her answers I don't think she wanted to hear. So
I did the same before she came to speak with you. It was after the conversation with me that she resolved she needed to speak to someone higher up.
she has a good heart. It's in the right place. I hope that, I don't know, maybe that's one of the reasons today's been so long. So my thoughts have been churning over that.
It's not a good situation.
No.
But neither is risking a whole clan at a small percentage chance of change actually happening.
No, that's not the right move either. I do have an idea, but it's going to take some time, and I want to think it through before I want to think it through.
For sure.
Make sure your friend doesn't do anything rash.
That's a tall order.
For her own safety.
I'll check on her.
We gnomes are small, but what we make up for and all the height that we don't have that the humans do, we make up for with pride and stubbornness.
Ain't that the truth?
Was there anything else?
Not really, no.
Have you gone to the Kraken? Introduced yourselves yet?
We leave first thing on the 10th.
Oh. Of course, Captain Randolph the Relentless wouldn't be waiting any longer than he needs to be.
It'll be interesting being back with the Marines.
Hopefully
A few
interesting.
months, but
Hopefully interesting in a good way.
probably a bit of both.
Aye, aren't things usually?
Aye. Alright, well, I'll let you.
Lots still to do.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you stopped by.
Good to see you again.
And you.
And I will see myself out.
Okay. I think, yep, that is a good place to end off.
Mhm.
We will, next session, we'll pick up Okay. Well, okay. Here, I'll pose this question to you. So it's the 7th. You have the 8th and the 9th, and then you're leaving early on the 10th. Do
Yes.
you want the 8th and the 9th to be in-game, in session rather? Or would you prefer to have time pass and you guys, if you're doing anything... Oh, actually, you know what? No, it needs to be in session.
Yeah, there's one thing that has to happen.
It needs to be in session. So we'll pick up morning of the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the drinking thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's a big thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, why did I have the ship leave so much downtime here? And then I remembered, oh, right. There's things you guys need to do.
There's one
You say
specific
so
thing.
much downtime. We have not had like any downtime through this whole
Mhm.
freaking campaign.
I mean, downtime as in, like,
Mm.
time you're spending in a city without, like, time you're not
Combat,
spent
yeah.
traveling or
Right.
actively doing something. Like,
Oh, I know.
actively pursuing a quest.
But like, this is like day 5 of downtime throughout the
Mhm.
campaign.
I don't think that's true. Hold on.
No, we've had.
Then we had like 2 days
Yes,
in Aram Naris, and then this is like the 3rd day here.
No.
Oh,
There was
you were in
section
Aram-Naris
where-
much longer than 2 days.
Like of downtime where we weren't like properly doing anything is what I'm talking about.
You're also forgetting about how you had the time to create a new identity, though.
All the time in between traveling.
Oh yeah.
That was the only other time.
I don't
it
count
hasn't been-
traveling. You can't craft while traveling.
But yeah, there's not a whole lot of. We haven't had a lot of time to like sit down and build stuff.
Yeah.
Especially since you've been.
You
able
had
to do that.
you had 5 days when you guys weren't traveling or dungeon crawling. You were doing stuff
Yeah.
like you investigated Faye's house. Ox fought Octinius the Viper. You guys arranged for wagons, a bison, portable forge.
Okay.
The next day you fought in the evening. You as a team fought the spiders. And then the next day Ox and Alvyn fought the basilisk. And then the next day Ox and Janus talked to Senator Castina, and your wagons and sign were finished. Those are all downtime.
Okay.
And then you were traveling back to Savaria for a while. No, actually, you were in Aram Naris for another 3 full days,
Those were the
And
3 days I
then-
was referencing.
and then you left. So full on, like I'm counting like days that you're not out adventuring.
Hmm.
You're in a city doing daily tasks essentially as downtime. As
I
not
wouldn't
risking life
count
and limb time.
investigating Faye's house as downtime though, because that was very tied to a.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Can I do my little closure thing with what I did at the bank, or do you want that?
Like
tomorrow?
explain what you did?
Yeah, and like play it out real quick, like.
I was also going to try to find Ox to hold true to my word to Bran to make sure she didn't do anything.
Well, I might have just accompanied her to do something. rash, so.
I think you very much just enabled her to do
Enabler.
something very rash.
I don't know
Well,
what I
so-
did. I don't know
So
what-
Ox, you would have been
let's
by
see.
yourself when you were making an account because Elyswen is not on the account
Yeah.
and so is not privy to account information.
Cool.
I think that you can reveal things in character,
Okay.
but I don't think we need to go over that stuff because no one else was there
Sounds good.
except
Mhm.
for a banker.
Unless you want to kill somebody.
Unless you're collecting spell books.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Unbelievable.
We
Yours
found
first,
the source.
Elyswen.
We're just in the bank, and then all of a sudden, what's his name steps out from behind a pillar.
Regis shows up out of nowhere.
Oh crap!
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully everyone had an enjoyable session, despite
Mhm.
technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Despite you guys splitting the party almost as much as you could.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys got
More
to
than
play
once,
some
too.
a
Actually,
nice
no.
dice game.
It was worse than splitting the party because Jordan and Jacob were alone together.
It could have been bad, but it wasn't.
It could have been bad. It could have been bad, but she didn't want the glowy boom boom crystal.
Glowy boom boom crystal. That's
Hey, this is a
a
killer, dude.
Bjornism right there,
Mhm.
if I've ever heard one.
I would have come up with something a little more snappy, but I still have PTSD.
I also think that Bjorn's name for shocking grasp would probably be something like spark hands, or even potentially jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
They're really jazzy.
Jazz hands to electric boogaloo.
Oh boy.
Well, it was a fun game, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. I've literally been holding on to that for more than a year, so it finally paid off.
No, that was, and it was good, and I did not let down my rogue ancestors.